Welcome. Season 2, Combo Breaker 2018. No coasts, no kings. A clean slate. Aquaman, are you ready?
I am ready, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Injustice Pro Series, season number 2.
Two of those things.
And we are excited. Brought to you by Simple Mobile Samsung this year, and it is going to be incredibly exciting. We've already got, first match lined up. We're getting right into the action. These pools are stacked.
Let's just stop.
Let me tell you.
Okay, so you thought it was great beforehand when we saw all the pools in order and what was going on. The amount of everybody coming out. One late reg in specific looking to make waves. That is the man representing GGEA, Ominous, coming down from Texas. And because of late reg, no seeding, it is what it is. His first round opponent, Beyond Toxin. Florida boys already just, we are in the mix out of the gate.
Yeah, Ominous said, he said before this tournament, he said, I'm coming in hot. Watch out, I'm upsetting someone's pool. In his path just happens to be Beyond Toxin.
And here we go, also in this pool,
gate.
one of the hottest and most discussed players in recent memory because of a certain situation, Tekken Master sitting on the other side now. In the beginning of the Pro Series last year, which also started at Combo Breaker, Tekken Master showed up and took home second place.
He did, looked really good, but that was a long time ago, a couple characters ago. We'll have to see what it changes a year later into the game.
How prepared are the players this season? Will we rest on our laurels and expect, to just be the same greats? Or is it going to be the same story of Theo, Sonic Fox, Dragon at the top, Samij? Or will the new wave rise up? Year 2 of the meta, newly fleshed, more fleshed out games, more explored characters. You know, when we take it to the history between seasons, there was a couple of tournaments in there. A couple of people started making top 8s who you weren't used to seeing.
Waves were made, and a couple of names that just come to mind.
Yeah.
First off, the I don't know if it's a resurgence, but the surgence of Blue Beetle.
Absolutely. Fresh off of a Texas Showdown victory. Deoxys, who could not be here, unfortunately, in tennis. Young man is having a graduation. Congratulations to you, kid. Keep doing well in life. But it has people changing their minds. And
I've seen a lot of guys dabbling with this character since at the upper echelon.
And that's just one of many. I've seen a lot of people out here playing Cyborg and trying to get things going. Sunio, you know, one of the guys to come up. There's a lot of guys who are just on the cusp and looking to break through. And some guys who expected to be greater that just didn't deliver on the major skill. You got your rewinds, you know, a guy who doesn't have an offline top 8 yet, which is crazy to me.
But what's insane is that he's coming in essentially, I would say, you know, having been through a couple of tournaments without much to lose because, you know, that there is a weight on his shoulders because we see how good he is online. We see him with who he trains with is scary enough as we are getting into the first match here.
Absolutely. The offline days are over. Man to man right next to you with the pressure of thousands watching at home and the thousands in attendance of the arena. Beyond Toxin. Looking to play defensively, Scarecrow now. Ominous looking to backdash out of the plus frames, but keeps the offense on him as Toxin goes for that command grab.
And first read going straight to Ominous, backdashing that command grab. Has a lot of experience in this matchup. I would say both of these guys, Ominous from the world of Texas, who has White Boy newly added to the scene, looking crisp already. Ominous trying to make that upset alert early on, but Beyond Toxin playing Scarecrow, which a lot of Black Adams like to say, Scarecrow can give him a little bit of trouble looking at like the Dragons of the world.
All right, well, playing the patient game is Ominous. Great space control here, not forcing himself into any buttons or hard reads at the time, earning the first trophy of the Pro Series. Let's give that man some props for the untouchable, going 10 seconds without being hit. Why do I know that?
And hitting him with an ambiguous jump to their Ominous, drawing first blood, and the reaction's gonna force the early wager.
That's a sick mask. I haven't seen that piece of gear from Scarecrow yet. And here we are, a year later into the game. Randomized gear, bringing us pieces that, you know, still amaze me to this day, even if it's just aesthetically as Ominous connects on the double dive kick.
And unfortunately, Toxin coming off of 2 bars for that, spent for nothing. And Ominous giving him dust, boots on the ground. And here's the EX Low Lightning for breakfast.
All right, taking his time, jumping away. Scarecrow has access to some very extended, horizontally challenged, not challenged, gifted, jump normals. Instant jump 2. No need to reset there. The clash was already going, but Ominous, when you're in the driver's seat and you have the entire road to yourself, sometimes you like to show it off.
Ominous is one of those guys that crept into KIT, caused major upsets, and definitely on the radar here. And we're looking at it already 1-0 in favor of him over Toxin. The early reactions and reads from this man, he's looked crisp.
Oh, and there's going to be a punish on the 4-3 there. Massively negative. Going for the side switch in order to get the extended combo off the background bounce is Ominous. Power bomb into the double boost stomp, and patience, I love it. Ominous not keeping his foot on the gas, takes his damage and gets out of there.
That's one thing I've been so impressed by him in the past months is just how solid he's looked in his composure and the knowledge. He drops a lot of knowledge. If you guys don't follow this man on Twitter, against everyone, and he is living proof of executing, you know, practice makes perfect.
And Scarecrow, you know, Toxin trying to figure it out, wakes up with that interactable toss, gets rid of it. Great extension of his air with that Fear Blast to keep him up, and catches him on the back three. Big chunk of damage initially. Easy combo follow-up, and just like that, Toxin tying it up. Showing a little fight early. Remember, this is round 1 of Season 2.
This is first matchup on stream, and yeah, I like that by Toxin. It's a way to get him back to this match, because if Ominous would have taken any damage off him, momentum would have been heavily shifted in his favor, but now it's in Toxin's favor. He put Daddy in the corner, and that's not where you want to be, against Daddy Scarecrow, and giving him the hook through the wall. Here we go.
Absolutely easy reaction for a player of Toxin's caliber with the meter burn back three. He's going to get him out of the corner, but, I mean, 285% damage, unclashable. We'll take that every single time.
Has plenty of resources, does have the gas up as well. Just going to try to chip away at this bar for Ominous. Going to try to keep it
and he
unclashable.
Challenged after the back three. Yo, Ominous with the early reads, refusing to simply give away the game.
The moment you show fear against a character like Scarecrow, he's going to pounce on you.
Fear, Scarecrow? We're really starting this early?
This
anyway,
early.
The forward three on the follow-up. Back two into the trait cancel, keeping it safe, and backdashes. Stays out, and this may be enough to kill Aquaman. Double dive kick. Wow, air tech clutch. Able to escape from Toxin, but the meter burn on the Palpatine. Enough shock to ride through any bit of fear gas Scarecrow has cooking, and Ominous up a swift 2-0.
What was so beautiful about that, right at the end of that game, is how Ominous was able to stand there and know when he threw that interactable, it wasn't going to hit him. He had no fear.
No stress.
Let me get this punish.
Absolutely. Coming in now, Toxin starting a bit more offensively than the first 2 games. Trying to make quick work of it in the back three, chasing down the backdash once again. Fantastic reads from Toxin. Amon is not only just trying to block, but wants to evade. He doesn't want to be close. And you see after the majority of Toxin's plus frames, he's trying to backdash and escape, and Toxin taking massive advantage. Essentially a free life bar here in game 3.
Looking great, and sometimes against Scarecrow, you just gotta hold that. Another one for Toxin, going down the steps, going through the portal. This man is getting thrown into another world. What a start here for Toxin, trying to gain some momentum. He's gonna need it. Caught up backdash with another back three. Yeah, are you kidding me?
He's gonna need a miracle to try to run this one back. I don't care how composed that Ominous has been. There's no way he's making this comeback, and a back crack to the rematch screen.
Did those 2 games even happen? Toxin just showed up right now. Begin. But we all know fate, and tempting it, and right now Ominous had all the momentum. That doesn't mean anything right now. Toxin just took it from him, and he's going to try to run away with this match right now. Oh! And how many meter per back 3 reads is this man going to make early on?
Toxin just knows. Back 3 placement has been fantastic here in this set. And, you know, that's the greatest thing about a best of 5. It ain't over until it's over. And Toxin trying to run this back in control in the driver's seat. And finally, instead of a backdash, he's just going to challenge with the down 2. But, man, Toxin is woken up here.
But did you see what Toxin went for off the plus frames? He was winding up. Because he's been, what, 4 for 4 on the previous 3. And Ominous has a new home in that stage transition,
absolutely.
By the way.
That's conditioning in the basic form. All right, a little damage over time from the Flame Pit, but no big deal. Toxin just going to take it, and back 3. Hello.
Is that the key to Toxin's victory right now? He is, what, 5 for 6.
Certainly seems like
winding up that hook. And it has been so effective on Ominous early on. And that back 3 is so effective at controlling the space. And Reap with the teleport this time around. And Toxin all of a sudden has him cornered where he wants him. And you cannot escape the back 3.
So lucky there to hit that back 3 so high that he was able to get the reverse one on the other side. Massive unclashable damage. And yeah, great conversion there from Ominous. But is it too little too late in this game? Toxin sitting on 2 meters, and we know what he's going to use them for.
Oh, you know it. That was optimal Ominous optimal Ominous Prime showing up here. And Toxin, another back 3. Okay, Ominous is shook right now.
All right, kids, this is a lesson in composure. The cleanest fade in the game is making a run back on some intimidation. Look at that hair. Just look at it. Don't give me any words. Just look at Toxin's fade. That's right. Sip that juice, young man. Sip that Gatorade. Get those electrolytes to keep that fade tight. He just got it today, and because of it, it's a comeback. While Ominous is looking shook.
looking fresh early read already with the down 2. Knew he was going for that forward 1, which is a high, ladies and gentlemen. Down 2, perfect read there to get us started. First bar going to him as well. But Ominous trying to stay in this match. It's at 2-2. We're in a final game situation. Whoa. And there are a couple of times where these guys have overextended here already, and they haven't gotten full combo punished yet.
And just jumping his way in, trying to avoid that black magic cloud as much as possible is Toxin. Plus frames now, he's gonna respect them, and a great challenge from Ominous meets him face first now, figuring out what worked so well in the first 2 games as Ominous, he takes over massive health percentage lead.
Keeping composure. You saw while we were checking out Toxin's fade, the composure on Ominous's face did not change whatsoever. He was staring right at the screen.
Yeah, he feels his fade is pretty nice too. Plus frames now, a lot of respect from Amon this time. No backdash, going for the block. And to the corner we go. This is where Scarecrow gets Oki and the meter burn interactable. Why not? Spin the bar, get launched. Oh, the back crack.
Falling for the tick throw off of the down 1, going for a meaty jump 3. The only wake up, you're still not going to survive because of the recovery.
Yeah.
He can just take his turn again.
And great answer from Toxin. Didn't lose too much health in that sequence either. This is about as even as it gets. Great block's going to get a free dash in there.
Okay, Ominous, you need to be careful in this corner, buddy. You've been going for some rides today.
Oh, and gets caught. That jump 3 so good. Big sickle, huge vertical hitbox.
Oh my goodness! It hit behind twice.
Huh? I didn't see anything.
For the first time in what could be history, we just saw back 3 hit behind a character twice.
All right, well, Toxin electing not to clash. He has a huge meter deficit at the time. Just gonna lay down and try to fight his way back in. There's the jump 2. Connects in, plus frames, and great usage of the push block finally from Ominous.
Ooh! That was some quick mix there by Ominous and a couple of low lightnings.
And he still has those 2 trait balls active. Those are unblockable and gets the jump in. Toxin with a chance. Great clash from Ominous. Look at these guys, veterans of the game. Look, it's so composed when their hearts are racing times a million right now. The next hit can essentially do it. Chip damage and an interactable right by him. Yep, the great avoidance from Toxin.
Oh, through that jump.
1 read, and there's the win button coming from Ominous. Waited until that trait came. Toxin a little too late on his approach, and Ominous with the late registration and the shake up to the bracket early as he sent Toxin to the loser's bracket. He's gonna have a huge run if he's looking to amass any points here for Season 2 starting at Combo Breaker.
That was an incredible way to kick things off, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that in that corner, if Toxin would have just waited a little bit on the jump normal and actually got him in some blocks done, there was potential right there. But you know, once that bar filled up from Black Adam, he was just a snap of the fingers away. He was...
All right, now don't be
fooled.
fooled.
I was about to say, Thanos him.
On your screen is Old Man Slips. This is not MK9 being streamed anymore of Slips' heyday. This is Injustice 2. And he has brought that Superman with any other character he has in the pocket, which seems to be a huge theme going into Season 2. The character roster is expanding for each individual character, especially at the top level. And he's going to be going up against Sudden Blackout, who has his name on his hat, just in case you can't read the bracket. Great marketing. I respect it. We'll know exactly who he is by the time this is over.
You know, that's actually pretty smart.
Yes.
Because if you're facing the camera, you're not going to see the name on the back of the jersey, are you?
Not in the back.
I see you.
All right, Sudden Blackout trying to put it together against a tournament veteran of many games across a number of years. Slips.
Slips goes back before us.
Absolutely.
Insane. Tekken and a big in MK9 with Scorpion.
Yeah, man.
In Injustice 1 with Deathstroke.
The young man from St. Louis.
Injustice 1, I believe he was playing Scorpion as well.
Midwest in his blood as he prepares to try to make his mark. We saw him come out of the woodworks. He showed up to Frosty Faustings, and he actually put Gurr into losers in that match. And Gurr is on a streak known to being one of the hottest, if not the single hottest player in the entirety of the scene headed into Season 2.
Oh, yeah.
And Gurr got him in the run back, and then I got him. And, you know, he got 9th. And he's been practicing and playing the game, you know, enough to have the confidence to enter here for the Pro Series. A huge number. You know, everyone is here.
Everyone is here. We've got EU, we've got Canada, we've even got Australians in the building.
Man, Wasminator making the choice.
I had Wasminator walk up to me, and I was like, I almost had a heart attack.
He came up to me and he gave me these cookies. Last time in Australia, he gave me food.
Like
I can't trust him, but the rest of Australia tells me it's okay, which for whatever reason I trust them because I've met them before. So maybe. But we'll see what he's bringing to the mix.
Though, so like,
I know, and that's what I had last time, and I just refused to like lose my life like that again. We looked at the video. You can see circa 2014 NRS scene. We all look like babies. It's amazing. But yeah, it'd be nice to see the flavor that he brings because he's representing the entirety of Australia, along with Googie, who's also here too. But again, you talked about Europe. You know, the regulars, Foxy's here, but he brought the twins with him.
The Condiment Brothers.
Irish Mantis looked amazing last night at Galloping Ghost Arcade, where he took third in a 45-man major local.
It was a major local. It was insane.
Which was won by Theo. And it may be shades of what happened last time. 2014, Theo did win it and went on to win UFGTX before Combo Breaker was, you know, born. And here we are again. Will history repeat itself? A lot of similarities. But on the screen, Leonardo, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Leader himself, going up against Sun and Blackout and the Scarecrow. Patience. That's what we're seeing.
And this is a battle of two characters that have incredibly large normals. Oh my goodness. Okay. Scarecrow's getting things warmed up here with these back threes, ladies and gentlemen. But he's got those assists that even extends his normal range. You know, you've got Donatello coming in with the overhead that's 40 feet long. And, of course, he's got everyone else.
All right.
Raphael coming in.
And tries to activate the trait real early. Does get it off in time, so this will be the death of Slips, as that damage over time cloud still as effective as ever. Canceling his first life bar. Great whiff punish there. This should be enough for the kill. Continuation. Raphael, hey, bro. Thanks for the assist.
Yeah, beautiful pickup. The thing about the Raphael assist is it comes back so fast. He's able to use it on the regular. Then you've got, of course, the Michelangelo assist. Look at the pushback on that thing. If you ever get a trade with it, you're going to sleep. And here's the battle of that range. I believe it's the backward from Leonardo. And I like that Slips just used the instant air shell ball to close the distance. Very similar to like a Kano ball, only doesn't have an animation that actually hits. Almost similar to using it like a dive kick to find his way in and mixing with the turtle drop. Here we go.
What side? Again, Slips committing and making all of the right reads. Here's the hard knockdown. Keeps him right in front. Overhead challenge and sudden blackout. Yeah, he has to clash.
Will not stop. I won't let Master down.
All right, 2 bars is going to recover 25% on that successful clash attempt. Now keeping things safe is Slips playing it one game at a time. Patience.
Yeah, patience by Slip. Oh, there we go. There's that old school walk back. Oh my goodness. What? I don't even know what just happened. That was amazing. First off, the back three again hitting behind Scarecrow, but I didn't even see what traded with it. Oh, and there's that beautiful assist of Michelangelo getting the knockdown and just going to come down from the skies with the shell ball. And Slips looking good here early on.
Yeah, bringing us our first taste of the Turtles. You know, the character came out and there were big arguments over which one was the best version. And then Sonic wins Winter Brawl using only Michelangelo, and then it kind of just dies down. Nobody's talking about it. But recently, you know, people have had some discussions saying, hey, wait a minute, you know, don't sleep on the Turtles. They're actually pretty decent. And Leonardo, you know, the main culprit hero on display, great whiff punish with that back one, into the assist, and Slips looking extremely clean out of the gate.
Oh, he's making amazing reads, and starting off this round with a whiff punish, that's just completely shutting down your opponent early on. You know, when we start off a round with a whiff punish, you're going to get inside their head early on, and he's looked great. Mixing things up, using the assist beautifully, walking back and just kind of letting sudden blackout hang himself right now. And just like that, and when you're down that much health, you see that sudden blackout, took a little bit of risk and just did a raw meter burn back three. And unfortunately, unlike Toxin, not going to work out for him here. That pizza looked great. We're in Chicago, and we're eating pizza on stream. Let's go, guys.
Absolutely. There's the down 2 into the back 3 conversion, and Slips just working all facet of the fundamentals in terms of footsies here, just winning it all. Converting all those combos here, walking up.
Ooh. And something that we haven't really seen in the meta of the Turtles, which is the actual shelling, I think it's called.
Turtling.
Turtling, that's the one. Actually used in the meta to be able to cancel it like that. Slips going up 2-0 here. Looking beautiful here with Leonardo.
This is pretty convincing, man. The Turtles having some fun and enough deep dish in Chicago to summit to feed the entire combo breaker. As you see Tekken Master in the background with his friend and buddy Shark Teeth, another guy to keep your eye on.
Yes.
Supposed to be really good. We haven't seen him, but here's this big shot showing up to the hardest NRS tournament arguably ever in terms of condensity and how stacked it is at every turn of the event, as Blackout switches to Hellboy, trying to figure it out. One last chance.
Yeah, unlike an Evo, you guys are closer together here. You know, there's not as much space in between you and another threat.
Yeah, right away.
It ain't sharks in an ocean. This is sharks in a lake right now. But also from the European side, we got Storm showing up as well.
Yo, it's so good. The Vianality guys coming big part of the Pro Series themselves. Coming to show love here in the States, joining us for the start. Again, Combo Breaker 2018, a fresh reset. There are no points that have carried over. Everyone starts at 0. No coasts, no kings. Sonic Fox looking to reclaim the throw, but we are in the early stages of the what will be a bloodbath, I guarantee you, with upsets galore.
Absolutely. Sudden Blackout making the switch to Hellboy, but it hasn't really affected Slips. He feels comfortable and confident even there to get aggressive against Hellboy, who does have an initial wake-up that you have to respect and put it on, and he is absolutely mixing this man. Some of these shell drops, I don't know what side they are hitting on, and getting the Jean-Claude roundhouse of a back three, sending Hellboy through the stage.
All right, running out of time now is Sudden Blackout. His winner's life definitely coming to a quick close. Eyesight will be no more after this sequence. There's 2 hits, and anyone will do it now. Here comes the helicopter, yes, from the air, and Slips with the 3-0 victory, convincing, looking extremely strong out of the gate here in the early stages of the Pro Series Season 2.
Looks like the veteran that he is. He was calm, composed, had a game plan, executed beautifully, and that's a really good way to warm up, trying to get through this bracket there. 4 Slips, Sudden Blackout, going to go into losers. They had a couple characters, but, you know, setting the tone that early did Slips. You saw Sudden Blackout get a little bit risky. And now we've got coming to the stage. Speaking of this man,
that's an attractive
KP,
young man right there. Some props.
Tekken Master going up against #Follow Your Dreams.
He's going to follow him right into the losers bracket if he doesn't figure it out immediately. Tekken Master, a master of many characters and games, as the name suggests. Pretty sure he signed up for a little bit of everything, even the Generosity Master, as he passes over his sync cable to Follow Your Dreams. He's probably going to counterpick him. You know how this goes.
You know what's so scary about Tekken Master is he's so hard to figure out.
Yes.
I can't figure out this man. I'm like, okay, he's going to be coming in with this, and this for this. He comes in, nope, something else entirely. He's been in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, I'll tell you about Tekken Master. You know, as much as we hear him complain about characters or whatever else, he does it no less or no more than everybody here.
That's right.
The difference, he always shows up prepared. Tekken Master will cry and talk about a character being this, and that, and show up with a counter or playing it himself.
Absolutely.
The guy's mind games outside of the actual game are on par with his in-game talent, and that allows him to shine just about every time he comes this way. A 23-hour flight and travel like itinerary is not a joke.
Such a long flight for him.
And he does that time and time again and constantly shows up and performs. Now, feel how you want to about him, but the kid, he said he showed up for the tournament. So we'll see how that goes from here. We all know what we want. The bracket gods want him to line up with Tweety. We don't need to get into it. If you follow the scene, you know what's what. But this is the beginning.
Yep. He said that he came here for the Injustice Pro Series this season, and he wants to do well and better than he did in season #1. He wants to win the whole thing, and that's why he came here, and he's got the ability to do it. And coming in here with a character we saw him showcase quite a lot near the end of last season, Brainiac.
All right, into the Fortress of Solitude we go. Brainiac versus Black Adam. Button checks on deck. Gonna mash that lightning cage a couple times, make sure it works. Might need to wake up once or twice.
And you know, what a story Wake Up Lightning Cage is in the scene, as it's almost got selective invisibility. You know, there are some players where it just seems to work a little more than for everybody else.
You know, it might help you win an EVO title or an E-League one, you know, once or twice.
Because I go into a match and I do Wake Up Lightning Cage, I get mopped.
Yeah. It works out, man. That's how it goes. Well, instant jump attack by Tekken Master is going to cover his approach with the Beta Drones, keeping everything safe. Now, Follow Your Dream. Actually going to strike first. Great tech from...
Oh!
I'm not going to say great tech from Tekken Master, okay? It's just no.
That was a reaction from this young man. And he's using a character of such high intellect trying to match his own. And what I like about him using Brainiac is that he's able to really think and calculate. As things happen, he can space things out, he can kind of set things up and try to be one step ahead of his opponent. And I think that's how he likes to play. these fighting games. It's just, you know, have a higher intellect than your opponent.
12th level.
12th level, and try to outsmart them, outplay them from the start, but follow your dreams.
I mean, he's just as in there as Tekken Master. Is a very even matchup so far. Air to air on the denial. And wake up, no punish, but Tekken Master a little late on the interruption. You can tell he was looking for the down one background bounce. A little too early on the down one and gets punished for his trouble. All right, back at you, spins 2 bars a meter to ensure that death. Follow your dreams back to the wall, but the massive meter advantage. Let's see how it works.
Yeah, I don't care what button you press in that sky. If it's meeting a Brainiac dive kick, get ready for a ride. And here we go, the wake up shoulder.
And right now, Follow Your Dreams fighting like a god out of his corner. But eventually gets opened up. You can't block it forever. He's had enough. There's the clash.
I really like this early wager by Follow Your Dreams just to keep the health advantage and to keep the momentum in his favor. And Tekken Master's going to need some work. And there we go. He finally tried to do another jump to beat out Tekken Master. But as long as he gets that dive kick out and becomes active, he's going to have the priority there. And he's been losing that battle so far, but the early adjustments already for Tekken Master that you are seeing.
And no punish there on the dive kick. He was looking for a quick air-to-air attacks. Every trade is working in Follow Your Dreams' favor right now. And great challenge from Tekken Master. He knew Follow Your Dreams would try something else. No, and this is going to be enough to kill. No, he doesn't meter burn it.
And just meaties with the shoulder. And what, okay, in that situation, what do you have to lose to just try to wake up Lightning Cage?
I don't know.
You know, what, at that point, what do you have to lose? Because if it works, you just upset Tekken Master. You're up 1-0.
You summon the power of the great dragon.
Yes.
And see if it works. Wear a dragon chain, kiss it 2 times, and maybe it'll work for you.
Dragon back in the crowd. Hey, have him summon some energy. They're eating some mac and cheese, some gummy worms.
Absolutely.
Whatever Dragon's doing in the back, the little Lunchables. Have him summon the energy. And we get a switch already to Starfire here. And this might be a mental counter pick from this man following the scene and following his dreams.
All right, now Tekken Master infinitely more aggressive now, not worried about Starfire's buttons up close, and the dive kick to beat out the Tamaranian charge. We talk about Brainiac's priority on that dive kick, and we are talking about some of, if not the best in the game, as he pulls off a perfect here on Follow Your Dreams of Starfire.
And already looks prepared for the matchup. Crouching under that forward 2, getting the punish here, and forcing the early wager on Follow Your Dreams.
Of that there is little chance.
And that dive kick is going to be a great answer for that charge. That's what we see so many people try to do against Starfire, is find a button in the air where they can beat it out. And it's almost like a mix-up in and of itself, but that dive kick and that priority could be an answer to this whoop.
Yeah, the Tamaranian charge getting bodied on wake up. Tekken Master kind of knows. You can tell he's done his homework, looking for any of those situations. And finally, to the air, Follow Your Dreams go. This is where Brainiac shines. And not worried about Starfire's grounded assault. I'd like to see him mix up some air projectiles, but unfortunately, he won't get the chance. The optimal stuff coming in from Tekken Master, baited on the throw, and a swift 2-0, an even swifter player select option as we get the first head nod of 2018 of the Pro Series.
This is an immediate switch back to Black Adam here. Looking so good with him in the first game, and I actually didn't like the switch simply because of how close game number 1 was.
Yeah, absolutely. There was no reason to throw it all away in that situation, but we talk about the difference when it comes to veterans and guys who are like trying to figure it out. Follow Your Dreams, a little less confidence in himself than he should have. He played wonderfully with Black Adam in the first game.
Yeah, and he could lose some momentum just because of that.
Absolutely. Now he has this added pressure on himself. He has to run it back 3 straight games.
Oh man, Tekken Master using all of the strings of Brainiac. Some of the forbidden ones, we don't even know what they are. And uses Brainiac's only meterless launcher, drops it afterwards though. Could have got a 1-2 tentacle strike off of the hard knockdown. What a neutral jump! Into the 2, gonna knock this man down. Coming in hot. And using the space of Brainiac. That's what we call the sweet spot. That back 1 sweet spot, there's not much you can do about that except for hold that.
This one is actually over. Sorry about that. And to the corner we go. Blocks the cross up, but doesn't watch his legs. Again, that looked like a cross up, but it wasn't. Early clash, nothing's gonna yield. Tekken Master offense steamrolling, too strong, too fast. A man on a mission here at Combo Breaker is gonna have Follow Your Dreams, you know, follow them directly to the losers bracket after this swift 3.
That almost converted. I would have been disgusted if he would have picked that up. But yeah, we call him the Maniac Brainiac, but Tekken Master, he's so, I like to say it, smart in that the character that he's able to control all the things that Brainiac has that a lot of people like to consider, you know, crazy or you know, not thought out. It just kind of happens. And this is all methodical right here.
Yeah,
and oh my goodness, this conversion.
Definitely hope he thought about this train ride phase of clubs. He won't survive it, and Follow Your Dreams is gonna fall to Tekken Master business as usual. As last year's second place performance is seemingly on the same path.
Already off the stage, by the way. But yeah, here, Follow Your Dreams, just like most people that happen in game after a loss, straight to the bar.
He definitely got cooked. I was just gonna keep it real. My man's got cooked. Now he still has a loser's bracket to go through.
Absolutely.
And
and one of the better names of the bracket. Hashtag Follow Your Dreams. Guys, follow him.
All right.
Coming up next, we got another big clash of names here.
All right, this is Gravity Alcatraz, a man known for being Florida's biggest maniac in terms of gameplay.
Yeah,
you want to talk about the levels of confidence in a man? You'll be hard-pressed to find somebody more confident in his gameplay than Alcatraz, but sitting next to him, you know him. You love him. Runner of the Speed Force Arena. It is the Flash God Lord, Honeybee, hailing from Toronto, Canada, making his way down. He came off of a clean sweep of the Northern Arena Online Series in Canada, which will lead to a spot in the Pro Series Finals. Swept it, won all 4 weeks. The man who has a stranglehold on Canada is ready to show offline once again, while he earned the name he has. And again, early on, man, there's a big road to finals. This is pools.
This is, and you mentioned Honeybees up there in Northern Arena. That is not an easy scene to dominate like that. When you have the other big names like Hayate, like Gunshow, your own brother in your path every single time, to win that, unheard of. Because that's, if I was in Canada, I wouldn't want to go to these things just simply because of the talent that is up there right now.
Did they really give us Batman fidget spinners? Like, we're supposed to be professionals, right? And, like, taking this seriously, but, you know, there's Batman fidget spinners.
Batarang fidget spinners, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely, sure. Do I have to spin it 80 times to build 1 meter on block?
Maybe.
All right, enough of that.
So another interesting thing to bring up about this particular matchup is that depending on who Honeybee goes with, we may not see a projectile on the screen.
Well.
But he does have a very projectile-heavy backup locked and loaded.
I mean, especially with Alcatraz, he's played a lot of Cheetah, but he's played a lot of Cyborg as well, who I'm expecting to see. And I'm not entirely sure how Honeybee feels about Flash in certain matches, but he's very opinionated and has very strong opinions on the Flash. So if you feel a matchup is bad in his eyes, he is definitely going for the switch. Again, you take some of the most loyal guys in the history of the scene and you combine them with Injustice 2 and it goes out of the window.
It sure does. He has been playing a lot of Dr. Fate lately, and Dr. Fate is a character that may deal with both of Alcatraz's characters very well. Dr. Fate, Cyborg's a hard pick there.
Yeah.
You just simply get outzoned, which is the one thing that you really have with Cyborg. On the other hand, Cheetah, she's wild.
Or you can have a hidden select.
And really only needs 1 hit to get going. We've seen some of the best comebacks in this game with that character. He's hidden selected, and Honeybee not going to risk it out of the gate with a pick of Dr. Strange. Coming up with the Flash God Lord, and we have the canon matchup that we were expecting, but it is a button select. It may even change again.
We definitely need to have a rule against that, too. No button checks with the character and switching. Yeah, I'm definitely not about that. I'm pretty sure the rule's in place, but if it's not, we need to make that official because those type of games, leave that for the kids, man.
Yeah, so Flash versus Cheetah, there we go. There's the handshake. These guys are going to get into it.
All right.
And you mentioned, we talked about the Maniac, Brainiac, and Styles. This is Alcatraz has been doing it since his insurgence onto the scene, and I don't know what side that hit on.
Honeybee didn't either as he got opened up for that first bar of health. A great avoidance of that projectile. Does he get the conversion? Fakes out with the 4-3, and Alcatraz rolling right now. Plus, and the sweep.
Gets a knockdown to trade on the down 2, and Honeybee trying to get something going. Up trade not able to convert. What a whiff punish with that down 1-2.
Wow, and Honeybee not ready for the pickup, but instead Alcatraz decides to wake up and gives it to him. Had 2 bars to blow, so great usage of the game mechanics there to escape that would-be punish.
He isn't giving Honeybee anything to work off of. Every hit, I mean, he had the air escape. every single time they've traded, Honeybee has not gotten a chance to get anything going, in the backdash on the headbutt. This man was just Neo from the Matrix.
And the whiff punish there on the running man stance too. Gets the sweep, great backdash. Looking to sweep in between. Yo, Alcatraz playing a smart game, but Honeybee in there. Not much in the midst of combos as he drops his second one again, but man.
Oh, good pickup with the interactable, but yeah, the Flash Godlord looking a little bit,
a little shaky early on. And gets the whiff punish there on the failed jump attack from Alcatraz in the early clash. Again, a popular choice among high-level play. People just getting rid of it immediately and having faith and wanting to rely on the defense.
And use that for your comeback factor, because you don't want to take the damage right now if you're Alcatraz. You want to get Honeybee off of, even though it's not a pixel, that's technically a magic pixel, because all of this is just free damage for Honeybee.
All right, drop combo there. Picks it up with the continuation of the 4-2-1 string. Wake up again from Alcatraz. He clearly doesn't care.
But Honeybee dropped a lot of combos, dropped that combo, and even the DP punish just wasn't there, so Honeybee definitely has to clean things up, but still was able to take the first game here off of Alcatraz, who was looking so good early on, had some momentum, but Honeybee was able to bring things back. Here we go, Alcatraz not committing. Might cost him there, has to avoid this interactable. And Honeybee, he's getting really aggressive on these headbutts. Alcatraz meant to make a read, oh my goodness! He just canceled the running man stance immediately into the anti-air, knew that Alcatraz was going to pounce, and Alcatraz has used it so scarcely. That's what made that read so beautiful.
All right, and wow, Alcatraz not committing the last 2 times, getting hits that would lead into full combo damage, but cutting them short for whatever reason. Honeybee's definitely in his head here, looking for the whiff punish. A lot of buttons being pressed right now. Alcatraz trying to backdash to safety.
The mind game Honeybee's playing right now with those headbutts and the running man stances is beautiful to watch right now. He's keeping Alcatraz on his toes as the tentacles of Brainiac ship. Got to do some damage to Alcatraz.
Not enough to kill. Alcatraz one more chance at this health bar. There's a sweep. What's Honeybee going to do? Oh, wow. Goes for the mix-up there. All right, the unblockable grab. You got to jump out to avoid that or backdash it away. And Alcatraz getting some great mileage off this life bar. Oh, no. Not sure what he could have got converted from there. Sure, a little bit more. I like the idea.
Yes, that was
I like
beautiful.
the idea. Great reaction on Alcatraz's part, but just a little out of range flash with just enough to escape. Wow, and he got hit by the headbutt roll? Very weird situation here from Alcatraz. Now clashing early. Honeybee this time with the life advantage. Will he spend it? And he does.
Ooh,
2 bars to keep it neutral. No life regeneration. Oh, and I like the idea. Honeybee getting a little jumpy, trying to throw Alcatraz a bone, baiting him out.
Yeah, so he's making Alcatraz guess every time he enters running man stance. If he's going to headbutt, if he's going to go overhead, or if he's going to cancel it. And every time he's canceled it, it's paid off so far. And all the headbutts are working. He's done a really good job mixing that up just like that.
Fine.
And Alcatraz cannot get a read on Honeybee once these running man stances are going. Ooh.
Okay, we'll take those. Weird cross-up situation, but elects to get flashed into the corner. Now, we know what Cheetah can do when that trade is out. I don't know if he'll get a chance to get the hit. He will not, as Honeybee takes that trade gladly to secure game 2. But Cheetah, we've seen it time and time again. 1 touch, 600 damage, and all of a sudden, you're in big trouble. All right, 1 coach rule, 30 seconds still in effect. It's too easy, comes up.
Now, I really like what Honeybee did in that second game, the moment that he got him out that first bar, to immediately activate that trait, get the hit, and force him off that clash instantly. That was a really aggressive call out by Honeybee. That paid off. I like it. What a down 2 from Alcatraz. That thing is massive, very underrated, and underutilized down 2
Look at
in the game.
Switch.
Okay?
I know it's early, but Alcatraz slowing down, you know, that's a very smart strategy. Letting it come to him. He's been throwing himself at Honeybee and getting punished so much. You know, he's giving away health. It isn't much of Honeybee opening him up. It's more of the leaps getting punished.
And getting leap into a hurricane right there. And yeah, it's not something that you like to talk or see about Cheetah at a high level.
Oh, he's dead.
No, another drop. Have we seen a full Speed Force combo from Honeybee? I don't think so yet. But when you look at Cheetah at a competitive level, usually it's all about playing faster. It's not about slowing down and taking your time. It's all about being a maniac and simply trying to catch your opponent off guard as quick as possible. That's what we've seen so far, but we haven't seen a Cheetah that's played, you know, slow, methodical before, and he may be trying to implement that game plan. But if he does, Honeybee's able to do all these running man stances and play his game. Woo! So it's kind of a 50-50 here.
There's the punish. Great escape from Honeybee. There's a sweep. Going to get that meaty jump in. Honeybee caught trying to press buttons in between. Not your turn, good sir. And once again, stuffing that down too. Alcatraz going for the mix-up instead of continuing the combo, but gets the continuation here. Doesn't allow Honeybee to clash. Great stuff. Goes for that throw in the tick screen, and this has to be Alcatraz's game. Nope. Has to be.
Oh, and he just did a...
Yeah, Honeybee just out of range. Now Flash cannot block while the Speed Force is active, so he eats that wake up to the face, and Honeybee is going to go off the stage. Not sure what this is. Maybe some Diva stuff. Let's check it out. He's going to change his pad the third game in.
Switch of the pad. He has had a lot of drops. Might be attributed to...
All right, let's make sure. Let's get the camera on him. Who's he talking to? All right, that is his coach. If anybody else walks up, you got to stop it immediately.
You saw after that second game, even though Honeybee won it, was shaking his head afterwards.
Yo, my man Alcatraz has the look of a killer on his face. Look how he's chewing that gum. My man, he's not chewing anything. Like, he definitely just, like, his mouth muscles are just, like, growing.
That's OD right there.
Did you really? Okay. Yeah, no.
I went there.
Yeah,
I went there.
Yeah, we're doing that. It's all good. It's all good. It's puns galore, season 2. We started with a fresh slate.
These boys are in here, and Alcatraz, Alcatraz has played a lot of top players close in very high pressure situations, deep in brackets. He's been there, done that. I've seen this man, even going back to Mortal Kombat, play how he wants, and you mentioned how the confidence in his own play.
Absolutely.
He plays his game plan against anyone.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you're Sonic Fox.
There's no conditioning Alcatraz. He is his own man, and he's going to play his game plan. I hope you can beat it. That's what it is. And there's the wake up. You know, no stranger to it, not afraid to. Great sweep there. Nice cross up, but doesn't commit to an attack. Honeybee's going to go ahead and throw out that down 1-2. And he's going to complete the Speed Force combo, Aquaman. All right, things seem to be heating up.
All right, was it the pad this whole time? Oh my goodness, the down to a flash, hitting behind. And that's been a very good fight for these two, has been the jumping attempts by Alcatraz versus Honeybee's down twos. There's been a lot of trades, and there's been a lot of clean beatouts both ways. Alcatraz in the last game was able to beat up that down two multiple times. Honeybee trying to wake up with it. But right now, effective as Honeybee is trying to run away with this match. 1 health bar away right now, forcing this wager.
How fast was that?
Second.
Got it. Because I definitely turned my head and his life bar was gone.
It's gone.
All right, he's going to build some meter here from the running man stand full screen. Finally charges in. There's the lead. Ooh. Catches the backdash, but again, no commitment from Alcatraz. He didn't believe.
There have been a few moments where if he had believed and committed, definitely would have got some damage.
All right, this is going to be it.
No.
He gets the juggle, so he won't get the entirety of the combo reset. But this should be enough to do it. Yeah, easy punish here. Honeybee plus frames. Nothing Alcatraz could do there. 3-1 as Honeybee advances and winners. Alcatraz is going to go down to losers. I mean, the journey is long. This pad sucks.
He said it was
the OS
he said it was the pad's fault. Okay, so guys.
He just OS'd after he won. That was kind of OD. Now.
Fact or fiction right there?
We're going to leave that up to the people.
Yeah. What's the over-under? Chat's probably going crazy right now.
We're going to leave that to the people. But this we'll leave up to the competitors. At his old man Slips returning. I'm not entirely sure where this is in the bracket. I can pull it up. But that is young Joey on the right, known as King Gambler. But before we get into that, and the young man from Texas tries to continue his journey on that combo breaker, stick with us. We'll take a quick break. More Combo Breaker 2018 on the way.
No.
Now, I want some props because that was definitely, no, we should share the prop. That was an actual, like, break. It was, like, tiny.
Welcome back, guys.
More Injustice 2 action on the way. They said esports hates us, but no, that's not true. Quick breaks as we get things going. Flash so fast that we didn't even get to see the rest of the victory screen. Honeybee's gone, and it's going to be King Gambler, the young man who just got a top 8 down at Texas Showdown.
Yes, he did, and I believe he got 9th just a couple weeks before that at South by Southwest.
Yes,
he has looked pretty good here recently.
Started with Green Lantern.
Yep, Green Lantern.
Moved on to Fate. Plays a couple characters just to be ready. Again, a common theme. It's going to take you a little more pages in that book to read if you think you're just going to show up with one, because somebody's going to be ready for you at every turn, and it is going to be Dr. Fate against Leonardo. Now, we talked about Slips' turtling earlier coming into play. We'll see how much it uses against Fate. It should be very good against his projectile,
it's
but
one of the major tools.
Leonardo and all of the turtles, in fact, do a backflip when they absorb projectiles. So does he lose space?
Yeah, exactly.
Does he recover enough in time? We'll see it all right now.
And this was, you know, when the Turtles came out, it was a very hot topic as to, you know, where they are and, you know, with strengths and weaknesses. And one of the major things that was talked about is their weaknesses to zoning. And looking at one of the masters of zoning right now, Dr. Fate, we'll see how susceptible Leonardo might be here. Getting punished for the turtling to get us started. Feels bad there.
Followed up that orb with those blasts, and Slips is just going to continue to build meter in this situation by turtling away. And patience, that's the name of the game. Sure, he couldn't do much at full screen while King Gambler was just chucking away, but he just bided his time with the turtling, and when the opportunity arose, he made his way in. There's just levels of patience that come into being such a high-level player as he gets the full combo conversion. Yeah, almost.
And utilizing the fundamental tools that the game gives him, they find his way in with the meter burn roll there.
Yes.
Excellent use of the simple mechanics, guys. Don't forget about the mechanics of the game.
Oh, and mixing it up. There's the punish. Raphael for the assist. Not enough to kill here, but chip damage territory with some Mikey assist. But again, there comes Raphael. Size on deck. And wow, Slips really making it work here with Leonardo.
Oh!
Sick. Yo, sick jump, bro.
Right into the orb. We've all been there.
Absolutely.
Going back to acid bubble days.
Chill. That's such a great tool for Fate players, the ability to meter burn that at a time they want to before it gets a little too far away. And the wake up back too, such a fantastic button for Dr. Fate. Massive vertical hitbox and a pretty good horizontal one as well.
A really good button. All right, air escape early from King Gambler. Didn't want to lose too much health and possibly some momentum here. But Donatello coming in with the stick of truth.
Yeah,
and laying down the law here.
Easy hit confirmed there from Slips. Blocks it the other way, gets the punish, but does not commit. Gambler, I guess, not believing in the range of Fate, but instead gets a full combo in the mode of meter burn glyph. While that Fear Blast is active, it gives you a bouncing launcher. And yeah, looking to play the zoning game. Orbs on deck. Great follow-up to catch the jump over. He has to be careful now. He can jump into the helicopter. There it is on point.
Oh.
Keeps it safe with the meter burn. And Gambler in trouble. Slips in the driver's seat.
It's a fantastic mind game that they can play off of those with the meter burn. If you go for the punish, think that they're not going to meter burn it. And just like that, Slips playing so methodical, working his way in. Did eat a lot of projectiles. So we'll see what King Gambler can turn this around. But Slips, yeah, just the patience. Even though it still looks hard for Leo to find his way in. But once he does, Slips has made it count. So King Gambler needs to be a little bit more aware once the distance is closed. But other than that, he's played really well. The unfortunate thing for Fate is all of his damage in this playstyle doesn't come all at once. And Leonardo's been hitting like a truck this whole time as Slips has looked up.
All right, and gets the clean jump in over that orb after the follow-up against Slips. To be, you know, celebrated for his usage of the meter burn roll. So great at covering ground and getting the prediction or reaction to the orb. Who knows? Either way, it's working out amazingly in his favor, but this time, Gambler, huge life lead, no need to do anything fast. Great conversion with that dark magic active, a little bit more damage.
That becomes a B&B right there. No punish. I went for the stand one, and the recovery of Leonardo actually low-profiled it.
Wow, and beats him out, meaty, yeah. Big turnaround there from Gambler.
Shell-shocked indeed.
Peace.
Like I said, from what I saw in the first game, I didn't see a reason for King Gambler to try anything different. Slips just found his way in, had a couple of good reads, and they worked, but the game plan looked really good because he ate a lot of projectiles on that path. And King Gambler's still sticking to it. Paid off so far. We're at 1-1, looking calm and composed. This is really a veteran versus someone who's been up and coming.
You know, we've seen that shell-shocked animation from the Turtles in Time game. Do you think Gambler has ever played it? Not a chance. Anyway.
I'm going to say no.
All right, we're going to keep the theme. The kids are going to dominate us and take all our money again. All right, down 2. Wow, big risk there from Slips. Luckily didn't eat too much of a punish, but again, Gambler, a much more slowed down game. Here's the pain circle.
And unfortunately, Slips going for the crossover shell drop, but King Gambler, there's sometimes against crouching animations where it'll go a little too far and just whiff entirely. So Slips, who's relying on that mix once he gets in, not paying off for him. Beautiful use of that shell drop to get just over that orb, but still walking into all of these red projectiles, and they hurt.
A lot of patience from Gambler. He's found the adjustment. Great stop on that forward two, denying that raw back three, and great button there from Slips, making his way in. Leonardo, so much range with those swords active. Hard knockdown right in front. Yes. Caught him getting ready to press a button, but instead punishes him for his trouble. What's the mix-up again? I'm not sure what the deal was. He probably was looking for the instant air helicopter, but instead got the miss input with the jump normal, free punish for Gambler.
Ooh, gets it there. Beautiful reaction and nice meeting with the Michelangelo assist. I like that he jumped back and just kind of waited for him to do something. Once he saw something, he dropped on him.
Yeah.
Oh, meets him in the air. Another move that has really good priority in the air is that aerial shell drop. And once meter burn becomes 15 overheads at once.
Turtles never quit.
Turtles never quit. Let's go, boy.
All right, King Emmer going to get that 15% back. Beating him out by 1 bar. On the wager, coming up a little too soon on that crouch, walking right into a side. Oh my goodness.
Okay, wasn't ready for it. Big staff, big stick, and now big damage in the corner. Knockdown, 376 damage. No clash available for Gambler. Back to the wall. What's it going to be?
Beautiful crouch of the Raphael assist and took his turn there. That was really fast, but I like what King Elmer did right there.
Oh, and now watching his legs as that string pushes him back full screen once again. Hard walk down for Slips, and a little late on the helicopter. Doesn't quite get in. The throw into the corner, yes, and now Gambler has an entire screen to work with.
The only thing I haven't seen from Gambler, he has not used Onks once this set. The meter for 4-3 gonna get the hit. Now all of a sudden the health lead. This man's traded up and he's gonna do some extra damage. Even on block, this could be death.
Yeah, chip damage territory right there, baiting him out. That shell, the turtling, a bad call for Slips. It was followed up by that meter burn Amon Raw Blast. No way you were going to survive 3 of those with the Dark Magic active, whether the trait went away or not mid-blast. Just too little, too late for Slips in that last sequence, looking to keep the pressure on.
Isn't it interesting? Day 1, Leo here, everyone said, oh, Aquaman's back with the Trident Rush.
Chill.
And we don't see that special move one time in this man's arsenal. It's all about the assist. It's all about the range. Oh, walks right into, again, one of the best normals in this game, the back two of Dr. Fate. But Donnie coming in from downtown, gonna open him up, forces a nice little air escape, and a huge whiff, and punished by King Gambler.
Yes, all of the magics from everywhere. Never touches you, just stylish as it can be. Keeps it in front with the drop now. Patience from both men, but Slips trying to make up this life deficit. And how about a tire to the head?
Dr. Fate not summoning Onks, he's summoning the Michelin Man right now as the assist.
Oos, mix up, yeah, and Slips now going for a little bit more aggressive. Overhead, meaty, perfect stuff after that delayed wake up from Gambler. And it's even, man. These guys giving us a slugfest early.
We got ourselves a match. Both of these guys are swinging and coming in on a back. Are you kidding me?
Stop it.
Something just went cleanly through a back two.
Footsies. That's what it was. Big swords, Daddy, all day. Oh, again, Gambler playing a dangerous game, whiffing out those normals. And punish. Oh, the meter burn bounce cancel. Big damage, but gets the drop.
That was a clutch block by Gambler. And if he did not drop that combo, he'd be in the driving seat of taking this match, but Slips staying alive. All this chip damage, though, is drawing them closer to being even on health. What a down 2.
Well, it doesn't quite get the continuation, but the down 1 into the drop, seemingly risking it all, but Slips with some calculated reads, getting the hit more often than not.
Slips not afraid to come off that bar to give him as little resources as possible.
And this should be death. Does he have enough? Meter burn helicopter? No. Instead, he's going to look for the chip. Doesn't need it. Mikey's going to slide in them DMs and slide Gambler down. 2 games to 1 now. 2 games in Slips' favor.
We got ourselves a wonderful set going on right now, and the zoning already started here for Gambler, putting out that meter burn orb. Says, don't come at me, bro.
No, stay away.
Another Game 5 here in the Justice Pro Series Season 2. Early on in these pools, the competition stacked, ladies and gentlemen. Already seeing it. And some more optimal stuff here by Slips, doing some damae. And in the corner we go. And I'm scared of a turtle in the corner because off of any button, into the shell drop, becomes a cross-up. Anything. But able to build a space. Slips had him cornered, and that was dangerous territory, but I like that Gambler was able to immediately build the space in the game plan. Beautiful wake up. Didn't mean to bring the orb. I half expected that. Just trying to bait him on the approach.
Whoa, and it's the first time we saw that interactive OUs playing with the back to the wall. So much neutral and focus on fundamentals. They forget that Injustice is a game of character interaction along with the background. So, Slips working on closing out this set. Oh, let's bow one time for the Master Splinter. What's up? One time for the Reds.
Master Splinter making the appearance. Gambler holding some mix here, and I like the 50-50 by Slips with Michelangelo. And the air escape actually got Gambler out. This could be huge. To try to make this comeback for this young man. He was in the corner, he air escaped and went out, which I think was completely unintentional, by the way.
Back to whence you came.
Nah, let's keep training.
And Gambler gonna try to stay alive and get some momentum back. He needs a little bit of damage to get there. And damage on the screen with these projectiles. Not gonna overcommit on the string as well. He has caught Slips on that low before. It's very sneaky. A couple similarities between this man and Reptile. They got some sneaky lows and some string.
Yo, chill. Yo, freaking nightmares of sneaky characters in Mortal Kombat series. Don't do that to me. And wow, he knew the throw attempt was coming. Now Slips taking it down to the wire. What are the classic these spins are giving us early? This is pools, Aquaman. What is happening? It shouldn't be this close.
This close, and like I said, the level of competition outrageous here at Combo Breaker.
Oh, whips the forward three now, big time, doesn't commit, and gets the shell drop right into the chest of Dr. Fate. Old man Slips, a man who you saw his name in the bracket, and you think, well, he's a good player. But you don't expect him to beat the talent of today. Fighting games are universal, man, and your smarts will take you as far as they can along with that execution. And Slips is going to advance, I believe, to the winner final?
Where he will play Echo Fox, Sonic
Fox.
Fox.
Well, old man, we got one more test for you. You want to beat on the young kids? Well, let's send the best one we got. The man to beat. Season 1 Injustice Pro Series Finals champion, Sonic Fox, showing up in the not-so-full furry suit. He's giving us his regular
He was
form.
walking around in it earlier.
I'm not okay with this.
I was playing some casuals, turned around, and there was a full-fledged Fox behind me, and I was frightened. Up until Sonic Fox giggled and I felt less threatened.
Listen, if Slips pulls this off, can we talk about the wreckage that would happen to every bracket known to man? There's not a single soul out there who doesn't have Sonic Fox coming out of this pool in winners. And we'll see how it goes, but Slips definitely has a challenge in front of him. How familiar Sonic Fox is with Leonardo, I don't know. But not only this, we have a great deck of matches on deck. Just disregard that. I'm so mad because I looked at the screen and I lost my train of thought. So
it's all good. We've got some great matches on deck, guys.
That's definitely a no. I got to take my L's. That's an L. But the next 3 matches are all winners qualifiers out of the pools. Right now we have Sonic and Slips. Next up will be Tekken Master against Ominous.
Ooh.
And then after that will be Honeybee versus Burrito Voorhees.
Oh, these matches are hot.
Stop it. All right, Captain Cold, this looks like no button check. Real men, that's what I'm talking about.
Captain Cold got some adjustments with that string +4 on block. You're going to see Sonic abuse it. And oh my goodness, playing the mind games with Slips early on as to what he's going to do with some plus frames. Easy hit confirm into the puddle. He's going to build up that snow globe. He wants a very Merry Christmas to Sonic Fox. Oh my goodness, if you would have come down with a jump 1 right there, the health bar would have disappeared. But Slips, reversing the corner position, has to watch out for this wake up.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness, Sonic Fox waking up with buttons. No fear whatsoever in these young kids.
That throw animation is too good.
Got
All right, the back 3, and Sonic Fox caught trying to jump out. Great down 2, but Slips already committing to the mix-up, and it's going to get mixed up of his own. That Death Sickle coming from the skies. Wasn't quite ready for it, and it comboed into the straight shot.
Ooh, speaking of a cross-up.
Okay, knockdown. Slips working with Sonic in the corner. Oh, with punish, yes. The meterless variety is going to be able to keep his bar. Great assist there, 400 damage. Meaty stuff, and overhead get opened up, but unfortunately puts himself back into the corner where you don't want to be. Sonic Fox has that level 2 Captain Cold trait active and ready to go at any given moment.
He's 2 for 2 off the interactable, crossing up Sonic as well.
All right, Death Sickle playing a patient game. Here's the Raphael trait. backing out, not rushing. Sonic building meter galore. There's the punish.
Ooh.
Nothing too big, but you got to take every piece of damage as it comes. And Slips looking extremely strong here. Very patient man and gets the jump in. Here we go. Here's his chance to take the lead. Forcing Sonic to come off with 2 bars. Great stuff now, and Sonic may be in trouble. His back is to the wall. He's at a meter deficit. 1 mix-up. Great block.
He does.
And yes, Slips has to clash here. Sonic doesn't give him the opportunity, and this is going to be it. What?
Oh,
He'd
my
rather
goodness.
go for the mix-up instead? And
Oh, no!
Was that a punish? There's no way. I did not see punish on the screen. Did he get hit by raw 4-3? There's no way.
Did the recovery like hit a little bit of the globe and add some to it?
I'm going to punch this kid. All right. Okay, I'm not going to do that. But he's already smiling in the first game when he could have forward 3 twice.
Unfortunate turn of events for Slips right there.
Absolutely.
But you know, once that globe was out, that thing can spell disaster.
Wow, he's going to get the conversion. Just a toe tap. He's going to elect to let the combo damage go in trade of getting his gun to level 2, where Sonic Fox does the most work.
And did you notice that the back 3 of Leonardo there, the lean back, actually dodged the first hit of Sonic Fox's string, which would have broken the arm. It's a very fast string.
This time going for the corner, waking up with that helicopter, throwing Sonic into the corner. Great bait. He knew it was coming, beats him out of the interactable 3 times in a row.
Oh my goodness, this is an NRS player. Of course they're going to go for these interactables.
Absolutely. He was doing everything he could to not lose that last piece of health, as Slips was like, I'm a patient man. I've been doing this for a while, young kid.
Yes, Sonic Fox, maybe showing his age right there, because you know these young guys, and especially us NRS players, we don't like to block. We like to be on the offensive. By
Listen,
any
man,
means necessary.
in a game where every single hit does chip, why not? The longer you block, the quicker you lose.
And especially against Leonardo, who is a mix master in this game. Beautiful down
Speaking
one
of,
into the drop.
Here's the background bounce going for the max combo, drops it. All right, keeping things safe as Sonic Fox. Plus, blocking his Slips, all right? And big time trouble now. What's he gonna do? Great, funky conversion for Sonic. Couldn't get much off of it. Wow, and that doesn't connect. How lucky is Slips in that situation? Apparently not too lucky, because he just got popped by a regular ice puddle. But into the corner we go.
And able to put Sonic out. And
wow,
that was
so
knowledge.
Smart. Absolutely. The sword would go through the ice barrier before he could kick it for the meter burn. Slips showing the knowledge and practice.
Oh my, what a challenge.
He has to clash there. And Slips being really risky, allowing Sonic to pressure him. He's not going to get a chance to clash now. What's it going to be? Meter burn back 3, and yeah, wow, that was risky.
That was Sonic Fox. Really had his back to the wall. He got incredibly aggressive, but Slips allowed it.
Yeah, and look, no poise lost on Slips' behavior. He might have whiffed there, but the game plans remain the same. He's very much going down to the last pixel here, and Sonic activates that trait up to level 2. Yo, reaction with the shell, the turtling that close, chill. Oof.
Ooh, Sonic Fox looking for something there, looking for Slips to maybe press a button.
All right, dirty mix-up. Stop it. Stop it. Stop the damn match.
Oh, no.
Aquaman, stop
Not
the
like
damn
this.
match.
The man's got a family.
How do you deal with this and just think it's okay? Sonic Fox with the dirty stuff. Into the corner we go. Back 3 plus. Oh, the bait. Shimmy, shimmy, but Slips able to escape the corner successfully. Now it's his turn. And a forward dash on Wake Up. Sonic expecting the jump. Next level reads, but next level punish from Slips. Delayed Wake Up working in his favor.
Beautiful Wake Up by Sonic. He's used it very scarcely.
Yeah, and he was going for that back one again to go through the ice a little too close that time, however.
But I was about to say, Slips actually has some condition, and the globe is out. Not like this. Not again.
Yeah, and that's going to be it. Plus frames, meter burn back 3. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anyone make a comeback this massive, but that was beautiful. Avoided the splash damage from that interactable. It was his only option there to not lose.
But this one's pretty susceptible, and as long as he does not drop this, it is going to be game over. And,
all right.
And what's great about the Flash, once he's activated that Speed Force, is that air escapes no longer become a defensive option.
Yeah, what an answer from Honeybee.
That's a hidden rule in Injustice 2, is not to air escape while the Flash activates his
Yeah, peace. Pack it up. And this time, Honeybee coming right back at it, continuing that forward momentum from that last match. Look, nice bait, and he's just having his way. Now, Honeybee is flowing, mixing his ever clear as he has throughout the entirety of anything, and I like the idea.
All right.
But baited out the wrong wake up.
Oh my goodness, barely getting out of that. That would have been huge damage for Burrito as he is venomed up. And any hit right here is going to spell massive damage. But the early down two, he knew he was going to go for the neutral jump, wanted to bait out some kind of wake up. And Honeybee is going to get the kill here. Winding down. It was at level 3. Wasn't too sure with the damage negation there. But Burrito back is officially to the wall. 1 health bar to live right now.
Yep, 2 hits, fighting right through. Honeybee using all of the right buttons to negate the armor. Yep.
Oh, beautiful read too.
Yeah, too good. Honeybee is just firing on all cylinders, making all of the right reads, throwing out his multi-hitting attacks at the perfect time to negate all of Burrito Vorce's armor. And now, big time trouble. Debuff there. Honeybee's going to make his way in. 1 mix, and this is going to all but do it. Unclashable damage. Hey,
that's it,
hey.
Oh, he's going to get with some more on Wager Blade.
Hey.
This is just spelling disaster.
And that is, yo, Honeybee,
that's exactly
chill.
how game 1 closed out. Hit him with some plus frames. Knew he was going to try to disrespect.
I think Honeybee just sent a message straight up. That was so nasty. Those last 2 games, Burrito Vorce didn't necessarily get the chance to get anything going. Honeybee was like, yo.
There was momentum in his hands. In Burrito Vorce's hands. And then Barry Allen said, I went back in time. Never happened, bro. It never happened.
Hey, Flash, can you... Peace.
Yeah, peace.
Yo, can I put... No. But I have Venom. No.
Nope.
Just never happened, man.
You can't. Also, shouts to Burrito who did bringing his pad in a box. Keep it nice and crisp, you know?
He's been having that same box for like 4 years. The kid's responsible.
Yep.
But unfortunately, Flash doesn't care about that either. Hey, man, I pressed the... Peace. You know? Yeah, but I won't... Nah, it just...
Nah, man.
The Flash just doesn't care about anything you have to do, Payne. He has multi-hitting strings.
We go back.
Yes.
I had someone walk up and he was like, hey man, we actually played a long time ago online in Justice 1, and I played the Flash, and I said I'm gonna stop you right there. I probably got upset at you, and I don't want you to take it personally. I was like right out of the gate. Let me put it out there. But the Flash, very mix-up heavy, very fast.
Yes.
But does have his weaknesses, especially in this game in comparison to 1, where he doesn't have the range that he had. You know, the immediate ways in that can be plus. You know, he actually has to work his way in against heavy zoners. But once that trait's active, it's a different game. It's a different timeline.
I mean, you're talking about some of the best character powers in the game. The man literally slows down time or speeds it up depending on perspective.
Listen, the Flash can do anything that he wants to. He can make it up, and as long as he says, well, because of the Speed Force, it can happen.
We have to let it rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
As we're finally going to get into some losers matches here.
All right, so we have a losers qualifier. As we know, Burrito Vorce will exit out into the losers top 24. He doesn't have to play again until tomorrow. But a little bit of juice for the other, because there's 3 out here at Combo Breaker. For the other loser of Pool C2 is going to be Gravity's Alcatraz against Irish Mantis.
Irish Mantis.
Irish Mantis fell to Burrito Vorce, I believe, in the bracket. The brackets are up. I'm not sure if they're being updated live. I would assume so, but
which was unfortunate because of GGA.
What is this? The pre-match hug? Yo, chill. I thought we weren't hugging in season 2.
Irish having a good time, let me tell you guys.
He's a great guy.
He is having a blast here at Combo Breaker. He walked up to me. I didn't know half of the things that he said, but I was so into it, and I was just having a good time with him.
Yo, that's the true mix-up. Half the people can understand him half the time. It's
okay. So this is when I knew that's real. That it was a mix-up for me, is that he walked up to Foxy, someone who sees him a lot, right? And Foxy goes, I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
But yeah, Irish, amazing personality in the scene. I remember first seeing him in the shots, the ESL Pro League back in MKX, and he was such a great player, making those top 8s over in the EU side of things. And I'm glad to see him here and competing and already doing well. You can see him showed up at GGA doing really well. Looking to make a name
took home third place last night, taking out some big names on his way there. Had a lot of classic matches. And, again, we talk about the international talent and everybody coming out. The smaller core series this time around, but everyone is going to be at all of these big events.
Yeah.
So not just, Ireland showing up, but the French guys are here, like 4 of them. Foxy's here, Nivek's here.
Greek.
They're just countless of the international guys, you know, Wasminator's here from Australia. You know, there's Tekken Master.
Yep.
Again, we forget because we see these guys kind of often how far the trek is from where their homeland, and it's just ridiculous to see levels players at this caliber, you know, from all over. The talent exists.
I like to give Canada a lot of credit too, because that's a far travel too. I mean, Dink is here, for gosh sakes, the most Canadian guy that I know.
Kamloops, British Columbia, coming all the way across, almost all the way across. CEO is going to be like OD if he makes that, but yeah, man, just showing up early and another great story is if you follow the scene, you know, if you watch around in between the seasons, you know, War of the Gods, you know, holding it down, all the online hopefuls and greats that we see there, you know, week in and week out, they may not place top 8, but they're you know, great players. You got your Mason DeMucows and the Titanium Tigers and a lot of these online guys. B-Dog is here too. He's being heralded as low-key this great Joker that people are not ready for. Now,
same thing with Tigers.
I don't want to put any pressure on them, man. I want to see it because I love to see underutilized characters, but I want to see how these guys transition now when everything is on the line and the stakes are infinitely higher. So, as we get into this losers qualifying match, one of these men will advance to tomorrow's top 48. Another will be salty for the entirety of the weekend as you're losing in the first pool of Season 2.
If you guys tuned in to Combo Breaker last year, I'm getting some deja vu right now. We've seen this matchup a few times just last year.
Absolutely.
Newbie, one
we
of
saw
the
the great Newbie choke against Tekken Master.
Newbie versus Tekken Master, guys. I'm getting flashbacks right now. But two different players, Irish Mantis, Alcatraz, going at it right now. And he's going to use the Blood Siphon. Irish Mantis already using the full arsenal of Atrocitus.
Oh, and the big back three coming right back at you. Alcatraz says, wait a minute, sir. This door is not open. Get out. Double boot stomp and wait right back at you. Raw puddle. Nice conversion. Woo. Takes him to the corner. Oos, oos. I wonder how that breath smells.
Raw Dexstar, and now Alcatraz cornered.
Oos.
This is Mantis' way back into the matchup. Down 2 in the trade call. Of course, you want to press the button right there.
Absolutely. Keeping it safe, baiting you out. Now chip damage territory. Does he have enough? Yes, he does.
Gets it right before the gap where Alcatraz simply could have just crouched and against one of the smallest hitboxes in the entire game. And Alcatraz going for some funny stuff there. Now, the excellent call out by the Wake Up at Irish Mantis to shut that down real quick.
You see Irish Mantis going for raw puddles a lot and a lot of wake ups because he knows Alcatraz is a guy who wants to play 0 to 100. Smart clash there. A meter burn cancel was definitely coming in from Alcatraz, which was going to be followed up by a back 3 transition. You're looking at about 500 damage there, unclashable with that trade active. So, really crazy opportunity. Great puddle by Irish Mantis. Again, taking advantage of Alcatraz's impatience.
Ooh, oh my goodness, what an up vomit.
Yo, that was a reaction. Chill. Irish Mantis, you need to slow down.
What's crazy about what's happened in the past 60 seconds is how much meter Alcatraz has been able to hold on to, and the resources that he has now available against Irish Mantis, who does not have a wager or an air escape.
Raw puddle,
she can kill right now.
Raw puddle, and it allows him a chance to clash. Maybe Irish Mantis looking to simply get rid of the mechanic so that he doesn't have access to it. That way he can play his game, you know, with no alterations. And gets the jump in now. Alcatraz going for that throw midstream. That's basically free. No one's ready to block that. Keeping things mixed up, and here's the grab. One more from Alcatraz. Yes.
Another one, and he's chipping this point. Going for the down one there is Irish Mantis, but Alcatraz going up 1-0 here. Trying to defend home turf here.
It's rough,
in the United States.
It's rough.
But Irish Mantis trying to join the international.
You know how it is competing. Once you get put in the loser's bracket, man, everything, that light just turns on. And every match you sit down is like, yo, if I lose, I'm body.
Yep.
Like, I'm out. Peace. So you turn on everything you can. You get that extra reactionary juice. And Alcatraz now, all of it working in his favor. We saw, again, Irish Mantis. I can only talk about the matches at GGA while he was here. And there was a lot of footsie base. You know, he took out Slayer 3-0 twice. Took out Gross 3-0. You know, he beat Coach Steve 3-2. And an atrocity. Like, it was all a lot of footsies and great space control. But, man, Alcatraz just plays so fast and so wild. I don't know if Irish Mantis is going to be able to adapt the way he wants to.
Yeah, and you know, that's what's great about the unorthodox playstyle of Alcatraz and Cheetah herself, is against these guys that are trying to play their game. It takes away from them.
Yeah.
And a mark of a great player is what you can do in a situation where your game plan is taken away from you and how you can adjust. And that's what we're getting to witness right here.
Yeah, you see Irish Mantis beating Alcatraz right there with heavy reads. You're seeing more of the 50-50 coming from him instead of just a raw, slow down, neutral game that he tends to play. But Alcatraz with that leap jumping, this should be enough to kill. All right. A face full of marble as Irish Mantis back is to the wall. No steam activated, but connects to 4-2 string. Big advancing normal from Irish Mantis as he switches sides. Dexstar safely activated. Nice catch on the back there.
Here we go, and all the resources the Irish Mantis has now. He's in the driver's seat, into the corner. Blood Siphon is up, and it was just going to chip away. And that was a really good swing by Alcatraz just to get him off of that Blood Siphon. Otherwise, it was going to keep draining.
All right, in super territory now. Great bait from Alcatraz. Will he jump out? No, that is +8 on block. Don't forget, I mean, how could you? Coach Steve and Star Charge almost had like the beef of the century over that. Stories from the scene, just a little far back.
Absolutely. Ooh, didn't get the punish out. You know, Irish Mantis was sitting there -4,832,000.
All right, great number. I like the choice. Dashing up, trade is activated for a little bit more. Gonna slice something up. Alcatraz looking to mix in. Irish Mantis has had enough, 2 hits, but doesn't have the meter to continue for the combo. Won't need it as the puddle is enough. Irish Mantis on the board, 1-1. Alcatraz taking a little bit of time at the pause screen. I like it. It does hit rematch, but takes a second or 2. That breather can meet all the difference in an early round decision, but they make the same one with Irish Mantis coming out on top.
And that's a rare read. Well, that's a stage-dependent read right there. Having the statue of Anubis, you see a lot of guys go for the instant jump normals into it to get things started.
Yeah, remember when it was unblockable?
Ooh.
Yo, chill.
Ooh.
Yeah, I agree. And wow, it just ducks the last hit.
Did not get an optimal punish, though. And Irish Mantis is going to get full combo here. Good air escape by Alcatraz, not to give him too much momentum on the health lead. Coming in from downtown. And he staggered that stand one a lot into the sweep. Irish Mantis finally catching onto it and getting the block, taking his turn accordingly. And
and that's a punish, yes. Even from that far away, 1 bar, 437 with that trait active. Wow, it doesn't commit to the stand. 1 goes for the long one. Great pressure now from Alcatraz. Will Mantis wake up? He does. Gets extremely lucky that cartwheel was going to send her leg that high. And Irish Mantis survives that sequence.
That was scary.
Yeah, super read there.
And what was great about the wake up DP there by Alcatraz is to put him out of the corner. Irish Mantis could have gotten that combo to side switch, but that's okay. He's got the resources out. He's sitting pretty.
I like the patience from Alcatraz. He decided to jump back for whatever reason. Not sure what he was trying to evade there, but runs directly into the shield. And Irish Mantis, again, is going to scoop him up with that puddle at max range and the clash. I like it. This may be the last opportunity he gets to go for it, so you take it while you can. And Irish Mantis is not gonna challenge him.
Ooh, a rare trade on the dive off the pounce attempt. They're simply getting neutral jump punched. There by Irish Mantis coming in. Oh my goodness, with the drop kick from the top rope.
Double boot drop. Wow. Oh, and a double back dash. Alcatraz had a chance to block there, wanted a little more for his troubles, but instead eats a full combo. Dexstar is out. Here comes the Cypher. He's going to be in the corner. Yeah, Mantis just going to stand there and drain him away little by little. Smart stuff. Chip damage territory. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, my goodness. And you saw the reason why he stayed out of that range and didn't overcommit is because he didn't want to give him any opportunity to clash.
Absolutely.
And to just let that thing do its job.
And the Siphon just sucking blood away as quickly as possible. It also kills with its damage over time if you're close enough. So Atrocitus and Mantis using all of the tools. You don't see the Blood Siphon used much.
And he's using it consistently.
Absolutely.
I actually haven't seen that used since a catch-up combo video from the beta.
Oh my god. Yo, the explosion, so good.
Yeah, the explosion.
And look, that's how you know Irish Mantis is making the reason and feeling himself. He's doing a puddle that close with no Dexstar to cover his track. So the smart stuff, taking advantage. He's been able to amass the majority of his damage with Alcatraz in the corner and a lot of shimmying going on. Finally commits.
I don't know how many shimmies you can do, but Irish Mantis is trying to break the world record over here.
All right, slowing it down. Alcatraz is now out. Great reaction, but Cheetah a little too fast on the approach from that leap. Trade is activated. Oh, I had a chance for a whiff punish there.
Oh, no.
And a little too far out. Alcatraz trying to keep the pressure going. And there's the command grab. We haven't seen that at all.
Yeah, this cat does have claws, just doesn't have the range to it.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
All right, it's going to get as much as he can. And it's going to pressure him with Dexstar active. very ballsy of Alcatraz. Irish Mantis is going to get the walk-up throw. Will you see a wake-up? No.
But you got to respect any challenges that work against Atrocitus. Otherwise, you are just holding mix. You're holding all this damage. But because sometimes you have to risk it for the biscuit.
All right, man, whatever you say. I don't think the cat eats biscuit. The cat destroys him. So with every risk that Alcatraz takes, here comes Dexstar safely.
Here we go.
Nope. Looking for the sweep, and that would launch for a combo and had the shield connected. But Irish Mantis biding his time, chilling. Doesn't really have space for an air tech there. Baited it out. And here comes the Siphon once more.
Okay, and then that was a different stagger by Alcatraz. It sent the stagger, and the one goes into the 1-2. And that pounce is actually going to get him out of the corner. Looking pretty good here. I never count Cheetah out simply because of the massive damage that she can put on the table. Yeah,
well, we'll see what happens there. Meter burn rollout into Dexstar activation. This is it now. Yeah, big time trouble for Alcatraz.
No.
You're just not allowed to come in. Finally, Meter burns it on the last opportunity. Oh, and got lucky. Whiffed out and gets a command grab finally. Has a chance to make something happen. Who knows what it's going to be.
Oh, that backdash was framed perfect. There we go.
Yeah, he lets him clash.
If that DP would have hit.
Chill. Yo, chill. It's 3 bars. He's going to make Alcatraz work for this. Yeah, baited.
Oh, beautiful.
And great read there. You know, Alcatraz looking for the raw cat summon so he could punish with the jump in, but Irish Mantis far ahead. Oh, no. All right, cool. He's international, so we'll let that one slide. But we are denying Sonic Fox hugs for Season 2, please. I don't know if the memo went around to all the competitors.
This is one of the man's few journeys to the States. Shout-outs to him. And making it through on the loser's side, looking good, too.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, that's going to be the end of Alcatraz's run. But let me check the Combo Breaker attendee handbook here.
Oh,
and,
so
I got to make sure that hugging Sonic Fox is not okay.
Is that in the rule book? Look at this thing, by the way. Combo Breaker has a beautiful
attendee rule book.
Yeah, it's so
handbook.
Good. It's so good. But we were speaking of international players.
This is bull. There's no.
I got like a warmth in my heart when I learned that a certain someone's actually here. KP McFly.
McFly has made his way to ETC, the guy from Chile. You know, he's been around since the MK9 days, creating all type of tech and holding it down out there. And I met him once, but man, it's been so long.
Yeah,
it's been so long.
It's been so long. I ran into him and just I lit up. It was such a great experience. And I also just got messaged from Hey George, who wanted to say hello to everyone that Chile is watching.
Hey man,
everyone.
Hi to our friends down in South America.
This is international.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, guys. So that is going to end the C block of pools here for Combo Breaker.
Yes.
Everyone's out in the winners, losers. You can go to smash.gg, look at all the brackets with us, updated live. Awesome stuff here as we are going to take a quick break before going into the next set of pools here at Combo Breaker. KP,
stick with us.
It's been a pleasure.
I have to play MKX now. A lot more talent to come. Upsets, no coasts, no kings. Combo Breaker 2018, the Injustice Pro Series Season 2. We'll be right back with you after this break.
Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Ketchup and this is the Injustice 2 Pro Series presented by Simple Mobile by Samsung. Now we're going into our next block of pools, as is always the way at these grassroots FGC events. First match is actually going to be V-Man versus Arc Bat. Now V-Man, a lot of you guys might know V-Man through the world of YouTube. This guy does a mixture of combo videos, sort of these funky story mode playthroughs that have cool combos in them. He works with a lot of the other combo artists. But he's also a really good competitive player in his own right. He's been playing Mortal Kombat before, back in the day, and of course he's been jumping in and playing Injustice 2 as well. In terms of characters, I'm actually not particularly sure who we're going to be having a look at. But I can see Batman and Superman at the moment, but obviously we're not going to see these guys until they've done their buttons. You might be wondering why I'm alone at the moment. That's because Mustard is currently busy playing Mortal Kombat 9 just over there in the distance, which means you guys are kind of stuck with me and just me for the time being. But I'm fairly positive I just saw a Cheetah. Yeah, Cheetah and Batman. So here we go. They're going to be doing their button checks first of all. Got to make sure your buttons are all good to go. Batman and Cheetah, a real clash of playstyles, I think. Batman, very fundamentally strong, but has amazing vortex and mix-ups to begin with. So obviously he's one of the stronger characters in the game right now. And Cheetah is very much all about super aggressive up-close mix-ups. while really not having a huge amount of, you know, other tools. She has she has decent mobility, she has a great small little annoying hitbox, which obviously does wonders for you. But here we go, V-Man, who I'm assuming is actually going to be the Cheetah player. But actually, no, it's actually Arcbat, unless the names are wrong, but I'm assuming not. We'll just rock with it. No, V-Man is Cheetah. Okay, cool. Let's just forget I said anything right here. Now, almost immediately, V-Man, he's going to be going in with those super up-close mix-ups because that's what Cheetah does best. And if V-Man's going to be playing Cheetah, and there you go, right there, one good read on a projectile. She gets one leap. It's going to be a full jump in and max damage. Got to watch out for a meter too. If she has bar, and he'll, wow, resets as well. No bar spent on the launch. He's just going to go for meterless right now. And this is just looking like a complete and utter mauling. Goes for a defensive down 2. Sign of desperation, I will be honest. I know Batman's down 2 is really fast, but using it there does show that he's not particularly comfortable. And there's the knowledge. The armor on the environment interactable. Interrupting the gap. Arcbat, he has access to it now. Whiffing that forward 3, so he's going to get a whiff punish. Not a full combo though, and V-Man's not going to be shy of going for those wake-up attacks. If he's one hit away from death, why not? And he goes for the instant drop. Over 50% life is going to be done before the first clash is used. And whenever you use the first clash, you really want to make sure that you use it after their first life bar is gone. If you don't, then you're kind of in a bad situation. They just have so much momentum to work with. Eventually does manage to get one life bar of his own. This is unique for me. Normally I've got Mustard here, but he's too busy being godlike at Mortal Kombat 9. Who'd have thunk? Right. Slow neutral right now, and that's the thing, Arcbat, he's going to have to be so worried about those leaps. The second you eat one of those leaps, it's a full jump in. Tries to go for the tick grab, Arcbat throwing a little bit of a lifeline, actually getting hit by the down 1, which causes the tick grab to whiff fully. Doesn't take the plus frames, instead he opts to go for a trait call. Now I think he can only play this defensive game with the bats for so long against Cheetah, and that is going to be why. You throw one bad projectile, Cheetah gets one good leap, and even if she can get zoned out by somewhat like some certain characters, she gets one leap and that's it. Muchos damage. Alright, so V-Man is going to comfortably take game number 1. Obviously Injustice 2, we're in best of 5 territory. I was going to say first of 3 and best of, and I mixed the 2 together. Excellent. And there's the patience. I think Arcbat, there's an immediate adaptation. I think he was being really hasty in that first game, really kind of allowing V-Man to run rampant and go for these staggers on hit or block. He was going to be getting massive damage. That's unfortunate. Goes for the trait call when Cheetah's too close, so it's going to completely miss. Anti-air. Here we go. He's got a bat. No, he tries to go for the conversion. I respect the attempt because he was going to meter burn it for more damage or setup. But unfortunately, with that whiff, he's going to lose damage and any setup that he had. There's the back 3. V-Man, full combo. Goes for the jump 1 because there's a little bit more gravity. And look at the damage that she gets. He's got plenty of character power left as well. Caught by the overhead. That's going to be another reset. And V-Man on the verge of taking another round. The jump in whiffs, but currently his round to lose, I think. There's a leap, knowing he's going to get the chip damage. He's not going to be too worried about that. Oh, the DP, no fear. And there's that low. Doesn't full combo, but gets caught not blocking low 2 times in a row, and Arcbat is going to get that second life bar. Second game looking a lot better, I have to say. I think he's playing around, like right there, the up batarang toss. He wasn't doing that in game number 1. I think that's a very clear adaptation. He's kind of understanding the matchup that he's playing. Best of 5, you're in a great situation to make those on-the-spot adjustments. Sweep, because the mix-up. I know Cheetah kind of has that mix-up of, she has an overhead and a string, I believe. The forward 3 being a really, really quick overhead. You kind of enforce the low mix-up with the sweep. Now reset, what comes next? Blocking the back 2-3, but no, another up batarang. Has to watch out now, though, because he's got no more bar to combo. And V-Man, I think he's going to be wise to the resources that Arcbat doesn't have. And does he even need it? No, another drop. Is that death? No, not quite. Oh, and the sweep. And the sweep, V-Man. Looking good. He's wearing a mask from the wrong game. That's V-Man. You know, the thing is, for those that played Mortal Kombat X, V-Man has a Shiro Ryu Takeda mask, but he played Lasher, who didn't have the mask. What's up with that? Crazy business. He's going to get the first hit and a full combo. Oh my god, hurts so good. Sweep. And I love those sweeps because Arcbat, he's going to be watching out for those sweeps for that reason. The second you eat a forward 3, overhead into massive damage. You'll take like 5 sweeps before you can even the damage out with an overhead. And V-Man just mauling Arcbat in the corner. Tries to forward 3 the wake up, but that's a trade V-Man can take on the down 2. And it's match point. One thing to remember, guys, in this pool play, You know, these are some of their first games of the day. They'll be playing some casuals, but it looks to me like V-Man is incredibly warmed up. He was playing MK earlier. I believe he was playing MKX in particular, so he's ready to go. Oh my god, another instant leap, the mix-ups. Backdashes so he can block, but he's got to watch out for the health that he's taken. Another up batarang, but that's the first of many great decisions he's going to have to make. Oh! All right, he's going to armor break, but doesn't get a full combo. That's unfortunate. Another anti-air, but more work to do. The life bar has only just gone down, so he's got access to a clash, but not much bar. He's going to have to potentially build something, I think, unless he's in a situation where he has no choice. The problem is, look how much damage that did. That's insane, and he does it again. V-Man absolutely breezing his way through his first match of pools. Arcbat, I like the adaptations he made, but I feel like it was too late. Oh, I'm pretty sure I just saw Mustard. That must have meant he lost an MK9. I'm sure I'm going to hear all about it. Hang on a minute, guys. We're going to wait. We're going to sit here in silence while we wait for him to come. I can see him. I can see he's pointing at me. Here he comes. I'm about to be joined by the other half. Here he comes. He's smirking at me. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's trying to put his jumper on. He's trying to put on his... Hi, guys. Hi. Hi. You don't... There's my invisible friend right here, soon to be replaced by a certain PND Mustard. That was our first match of pool play. But he's rolling up his sleeves. He's rolling up his sleeves. I'm sitting here by myself. He's not only putting his jumper on, he's putting his hairbrush back in his bag, and he's rolling up his sleeves. Jake, come over here! What are you doing? Hi, Jake. And his chair's stuck on a cable. Oh my god. We're professionals, guys. We do this for a living. Could you believe it? Hi, Jake.
My seamless transition, I see, was not going to miss. My seat feels quite low down, but I see so is yours.
I think so, yeah. So how did MK9 go?
I got double eliminated by Waffles. I literally didn't take a game.
You got sorry, MK9, you got double eliminated by Waffles.
Indeed.
I got not double eliminated by Dab, but Dab got the run back on me. I lost to Cyrex and you lost to Smoke. The two reset characters.
Indeed. But, you know, it is what it is. These things happen sometimes. I'm just happy to get the chance to play again. You know what I mean? It's like we've gone back in time.
Now, for those that are watching right now, obviously we're here for Injustice and we're going to be engaged into Injustice mode right now. I can see Buffalo stepping up to the plate, so we're going to see some of that.
I mean, quite
crisp
considering we were just talking about Mortal Kombat.
I mean,
now
yeah,
we see Buffalo starting to fade. I mean, obviously he has been playing a bit of the Michelangelo as well, so it could be a bit of a toss-up. I think he's kind of settled back on Sub-Zero. I've seen him online a lot using the character. He definitely seems to enjoy both of them for sure.
So, well, then Injustice 2. For those of you that are just watching, Combo Breaker really, that's why we're talking about MK, and obviously we're branded up with NetherRealm right now, right? We've got MK getting played in the background, MKX pools that are going on, MK9 pools that are going on, and obviously Injustice, I mean the first Injustice Pro Series premiere event.
This is a big deal. There's no other way of putting it really. That does what it is, what I'm assuming you're about to say. And I just noticed we have a sick Batman
spin it. It's new. It's not the bright, the Simple Mobile Samsung ones, like bright green. We had them at Evo.
This is also a Simple Mobile,
but this is a Batman edition one.
This is the best, and it's completely knocked me off my train of thought. I'm very sorry.
I was about to say, Combo Breaker is such a wonderful celebration of NetherRealm, you know, across the board. That's why there's 3 games. That's why there are so many of us playing every game, because at this tournament, I mean, that's why you and we came out of that, like, 2-year-long retirement, I guess, to go, hang on a minute, there's MK, sign me up. And here we are again.
Because not only was it MK, it's both of them, but also, like you said, Injustice Pro Series.
It's a big one.
And that's what I think has been quite appropriate, really. We've been talking about how, I suppose, casual the MKX tournaments have been. Obviously, they've got prize money as well, but the big one, the one that you have to make sure you are playing your best and you are focused 100% is Injustice 2. Because this is the Injustice Pro Series. You want to make that finals, you want a chance at that cash, and you want a chance at being a world champion. You know, like only a small handful of people in this community can claim they've been a world champion at another game.
Did you know
this year we might see one more?
Buffalo, when we were all playing Mortal Kombat 9 back in the day, Buffalo was 8 years old.
He was a young boy.
He was a young boy, a whippersnapper, and here he is now. Well, almost fitting.
So he's playing Sub-Zero again, and then Mason the Mukau. So we saw him at Ghost Battle last night, actually. He had a really good game against Happy Pow, I believe. Had a really tidy Brainiac, but obviously the stakes were somewhat a bit inflated in comparison. Now obviously this is Chicago, now you're looking at IPS, it's not just a regional, not just a small local. Yeah, I feel like the GGA local, we saw almost everyone that's in this tournament that was almost local to Chicago or could get to GGA.
they were at this local because they wanted to play, they wanted to get experience, and if you're going to lose in tournament and have a learning experience offline, you're going to do it yesterday rather than today where the prize money's on the line, and it is the first Injustice Pro Series premiere event.
Of course, first and multiples to come, but Mason the Mookow looking quite considerably down on life right now. Going to walk straight into a little ice ball, just take that little bit of life down. I'm actually not used to seeing the ice ball do damage. We've seen so much Mortal Kombat today, now the ice ball's doing damage again.
We've spent all day watching the ice ball freeze on hit, but on this game you got a meter burn.
That was such a wonderful trip guard from Buffalo. Starts the 2 bars as well, so has potential for Oki and the clone, but drops the combo anyway. And here we go, there's that pressure, and the clone is out. Good push block.
Tries to go for that meaty forward 3. We're going to get a dive kick. Plenty of work left to go, but yeah, I think he doesn't have the bar to spend. Especially he doesn't opt to spend it, but only a little bit left until he has it ready to go. Has to go in for the tendril slash.
Now
goes in front, mix-ups.
Now there are a lot of Brainiac players, like from the launch of their game to now, and I've not seen as many Brainiacs that are like this mobile in the air. Mason spends like 90% of the game, seemingly, flying around the screen, really just trying to keep you on your toes and forcing you to play the way he wants to. But right now Buffalo doesn't mind. That was really smart.
That interrupt was so clean. I know there is a gap, and he's going to go for mix-ups. What's next? Jump in, push block.
From big damage too. He had a restand after a heavy amount of damage.
But I think on the topic you're saying of Mookow, oh my god, the forward 3 connecting. So you mentioned that Mason the Mookow, when he plays Brainiac here, he's very mobile in the air, but it's not just using the tendril. I think it's called the tendril swing, I'm pretty sure the move is called.
The swing.
He's not just using that by itself. He's still whipping those jump-ins into it. So he's staying mobile in the air, and right there, just in case an airborne normal connects, he's still going to be ready to convert off dive kick into a full combo. Now, unfortunately, can't get the launch. You can launch off that string, but you do have to dedicate. Just goes for the knockdown instead.
Now, it looks like Buffalo is really struggling to deal with the air game when we can see that Mason has one of those drones stopped. Because the clone seems to be a nice, safe way of maybe trying to be harder to deal with. But as soon as he's holding that drone, that's just going to occupy the clone, and he gets in a lot easier than usual. And look at that heavy damage back-to-back, and Mason the Mookow. Actually, Buffalo kind of threaded the needle getting through both of those shots.
But Buffalo has got the knowledge. Back 1-2. I think back 1 and back 1-2. Super, super low recovery on block. And because Sub-Zero has got some of the best whiff punishers, I think that the slide, that's going to be quite a go-to answer, I think.
Oh, absolutely, especially when you can see a whiff.
Yeah, it goes in for slide. The best case scenario, to be honest, for Buffalo, because he got some of the trait down, it whiffed, he didn't get hit, and he was able to dodge it, so.
And again, the drone, really covering his back now. You can see the way Mason is making this matchup so awkward for Buffalo. He's spending as little time on the ground as possible, which obviously you got to convert from airborne opponents, which cuts your damage. It makes it a little bit more difficult. But that said, just gets a nice big chunky 400 damage. And the wake up is baited beautifully with the clone. Well done to Buffalo. Completely swung this around, and he's got Mason in the corner.
Oh my god, that was savage. Tries to go for the back forward 3, but unfortunately does miss space the height, so he doesn't get the full combo. Better than nothing though, and he's gonna, yeah, that was 100% a conversion, and that is why Buffalo used the clash.
Yeah, definitely. And that's gonna be guaranteed health back. Can't imagine he'll spend all of them, but yep, 2 bars gone down. Sub-Zero in his bare arms for a little bit, like he needs some more help on those. Oh no, the miss from Mason. Do you reckon he hesitated?
I think he tried to do a back forward 3, I'm pretty sure. But unfortunately with Brainiac, he has got some of these really awkward combos. And if you do drop them, you lose a significant amount of damage, especially if you go through them early.
Mason also still has his flash, so he's playing quite reckless in the air, but he can afford to. He has that safety net if he needs it. And the jump in!
Death from above, mate. Mason the Mookow turning it around, and I feel like it's an adaptation to the matchup above all else. Now, is this when Buffalo goes to Michelangelo?
Brainiac.
Nope, back to Sub-Zero. I'm assuming he wants to get out of Gorilla City.
It's either a stage change or he's in for a little bit of time. Sub-Zero seems to be quite versatile in terms of what you can get from the stage, but Brainiac, I suppose if you can really cut down some of the mobility options from it, because he's already a bit of a pain in the neck as it is.
Oh, I believe Brainiac does have a slight edge up close in the sense that I think his down forward 1, the extended down 1, I do believe that goes through clone.
I mean, maybe. I mean, even that by itself, 3 hits, almost 300 damage. That is enough for Buffalo to really reconsider how he's getting around in the drones.
That was a really nice buff that Brainiac got a while ago. The ability to actually block while still holding the drone. We saw Mason Mookow actually use it there. He went in for the trait call to bait a wake up, and when he blocked the wake up, then used the drone in the punish.
But Buffalo, speaking of punish, getting a clean punish on that dive kick, has Mason in the corner. Going to spend the bar here. He will, and that's probably going to kill if he doesn't drop this. No way is he going to drop that, considering how long he's been playing this character. I mean, Buffalo really has been a Sub-Zero I suppose, enthusiast, you could say, ever since he came out in Injustice 2. And it's nice to see him sticking with it, taking it into the start of this season, and already looking quite strong.
Well, let's not forget that Buffalo was one of the strongest Sub-Zero players, especially in North America, by the end of Mortal Kombat X's life cycle.
Yeah, he flourished relatively late in comparison to a lot of the others, but he definitely made an impact by the end.
And that's right there. He's expecting the interrupt on the back 1 or the back 1-2. So you kind of have to go for that mix-up. You have to kind of finish that string. Just so if they let go of block to try and punish you, they eat the final hit of the string, they're going to think about it next time, maybe they're going to hesitate. Unfortunately, Mason Mukau, he does get a life bar now, but he feels a bit far behind here. Not much resources.
To be honest, we haven't really seen Mason with a life lead too often in this set, so he's kind of playing catch-up a lot of the time, which does give Buffalo that space.
Oh my God.
Speaking of which, that did so much damage!
That hurt so good.
Oh, watch out! Oh, dearie me, he spends all that time to avoid the clone just to fly straight into it.
Master Cold.
Better to fight with honor.
Did he say Master of Cold?
I think so.
I'm a Master of Cold Bat.
Cold bat. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Who let you on the desk? Can we remove you, please?
Rick,
Oh, well, okay.
take it up with
Can't really argue with that.
Take it up with management, mate.
Oh my God, that was a wake-up NJP from Buffalo into a button which
We're not
connected.
playing
And has now
MKX
got
Buffalo. What are you doing?
I mean, someone is, and it connected. It's gonna work. How can you do this? Oh, that's the clone again.
Yeah, he meter burns it to stay safe. I like it. Mukau. He has no more bar to be safe though. He has to watch out. The slide is going to be a go-to after.
Did you see that? Actually, the interactable came all this way. It went so far.
Now,
I'm actually surprised Buffalo even got the chance to flash, considering how little health he had and how quickly and how big chunks Brainiac takes down with each hit.
Now Buffalo's really going to watch. Now he's been hit, so he's got one more bar. He has a meter burn dive kick. If he gets a full combo, that's going to be it. Mukau should take this game.
Oh my God! What? Who did that? So not only we have an interruption, but we have made my brother on commentary desk enter supersonic
I'm
frequencies.
sorry, I entered ultrasonic. Oh my God. Who did that?
I mean,
don't be Mukau.
Literally,
Please don't be Mukau.
Straight up the worst possible time that could have happened. And we're saying this.
Who did it?
2018.
Who did it?
Before you play your tournament match, make sure you have removed devices from the console. And this will not happen. Well, here we are. What do we do in such a situation?
I mean,
Well, it looks like the players have decided, but is it their decision? Like, is it up to an admin? Do we got a referee, my friend?
Let's find out. We'll find out momentarily. But either way,
Well,
we'll think about it later. They've gone straight back into it. They're playing on it.
Yeah, they actually they gave the game to Mukau, so props to Buffalo for being unless obviously it could have been Buffalo.
I'm pretty sure it was 1-1 before, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. I don't believe so.
Oh my God, I don't know. That's completely thrown me off. I don't know why.
It is a bit of a knock to the status
Either
quo.
way, we'll look at the 1-1 and we will play on.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
hit
nice hit confirm. I mean, Buffalo really not looking phased, to be honest. Almost took this round with a perfect, but yeah, Mason, really not really too surprised to see him being quite reckless. When you have that little health left, you may as well be as kind of slippery as possible. But even chip is a problem in that health.
I actually quite like how Buffalo's playing around this matchup. The drones aren't really causing him problems. And the one thing we can't forget about Sub-Zero is he does do significant damage in the game. Yeah, there's the knockdown. Expects the meter burn. Nice read. Buffalo's going to get the punish on the dive kick.
Looks like Buffalo's mad. He's playing like an angry man.
Yes.
A man on a mission.
Even clash. Expected result. It's going to be a combo breaker, really. And I love the awareness. Like, at this level of play, Mukau, like, to play Brainiac at this level of play, you've got to be so ready for the drone. How long it takes to appear, how much time you have to convert. He hasn't really been dropping a lot of these really clutch conversions.
Well, I mean, there's two kinds of Brainiac you have to play, right? You have to be able to play Brainiac with no drone and Brainiac with drone. It completely changes your offensive options, even your defensive options for the most part. You have to be able to kind of flip between them as and when. And Mason not been doing too badly with that, but Buffalo definitely in the driver's seat at the moment. Oh, he has the drones, but he still wants to go in. Doesn't seem to want to sit on them. Definitely wants to finish this in the armor. Wow. That was so brave. He dashed completely up in his face just to get the armored interactable. That was really cool from Buffalo.
That might be dead. Oh, he gets the air escape, so it's going to keep him alive, but no meter to make the charge safe on block. So Buffalo's going to run away with that one, and it's 2-1 to the Sub-Zero kid.
Yeah, he's definitely looking strong. I definitely think Buffalo's offense is really clean, at least. Because, I mean, Brainiac is, I suppose, a more awkward character to approach than a lot of them, especially when like he has the space to move around. So being able to really kind of contain him to the point that you can get such a big life lead, it's really working out for Buffalo so far.
Oh my God, look at that hat.
He's got a better hat now. I mean, it's not a great hat, let's be honest.
It looks like
I don't know what's the big like white panels on the side.
It looks like the thing like you wear when you do like UFC or something. You know, those like padded, like boxing helmets.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I vaguely see it. That was
didn't help
a
it.
wonderful air tear for Mason, but didn't have the bar to EX and dive kick.
Oh, catching and press buttons. And I love the awareness, actually, when he knows he catches a dive kick at a certain height where he can get the down one. He has the execution to land it, and it's, I think, spatial awareness more than anything else.
Well, the fact that Mason gets damage from every single dive kick, even if it seems to come at really kind of, I don't want to say random times, but very kind of unorthodox times, he's still getting a combo, which means that every single dive kick is calculated. Like, he means to do it. He's not just throwing it out there and hoping for the best. He is ready for it to connect.
There's that knockdown. What's next? Just challenging it on Wake Up now. Unfortunately, that is going to be hit confirmed into freeze, and Buffalo is going to get big damage on this.
Yes, he would if he didn't drop it. It does give Mason some time to get a Wake Up attack and build that space up again. And he's got the Gallagher drones.
Actually, I love the use of it. Like, if you're near the corner and you have a little bit of space, the drones really are used kind of like as an obstacle. It does a really good job of kind of just creating that harassment on screen.
Well, they are doing a good job of kind of shutting down the clone in neutral, but Buffalo doesn't really need the clone to get the damage that he's got so far. He just seems to be really playing around Mason more than anything else. He's not really enforcing too much rushdown on Mason. He's just kind of dealing with Mason's aerial game.
Yeah.
He's just getting damage every time he punishes a dive kick. He's hitting him out of the air. He's making good reads on basically everything at this point.
Well, it's one of those things where, like, oh, that's going to be a full combo, actually. Oh, doesn't get the down one. Funny height on it. No, the dive kick goes through the clone. And Mason the Mukau on the verge of going to losers right here. And Buffalo just one hit away, so it's not the end of the world for him. I think any damage here is going to be bonus damage. That consolation damage.
I will collect your magic.
There's also going to be a clash already. Mason going to be missing that, I suppose, the later this match goes on. Oh, that was a good read. Jump back button. I mean, again, we've seen him do jump back button, jump forward button, and then dive kick when he sees it not connect. So it's definitely covering those options.
Going in for that meaty meter burn forward 3. Now Mason's in big trouble. He gets caught one more time. It's going to be game over. And there's no clone, so he's going to get the freeze.
I mean, he's got the damage, right? There's no way he doesn't have enough damage here to kill. Oh, but he's going to go with the meter burn forward 3 overhead instead. A good series, but Buffalo's going to be coming away with that one.
I think V-Man forgot something on the stage. In there and out.
Which means you reckon it was V-Man's pad that did the interruption?
No, he gave us a bottle of water, I think. He just grabbed his water. He was checking how much was left, making sure it definitely was his. We've all been there.
I mean, you have to be sure, right?
Can I have my water back? Actually,
just look in the background at how many people we have here. So many different stages, so many different games on show, and a great turnout all around.
And can I say, it's good to be back.
It is so good to be back.
It is good to be back.
It's been a whole year.
I missed being here with you at this event. I missed Injustice 2. There's no getting around. There was a bit, especially if you're European, there was a bit of a dry spell, you know, in between the end of Injustice Pro Series to now. And it's wonderful to see the world coming back together. You know, we have Foxy Grandpa here. We have Europe coming out in droves. Irish Madness. We have Happy Pal. We have people like Tekken Master, Shark Teeth, and then all of North America and Canada. And, you know, Latin America. Everyone is here to play, and I'm excited.
Well, of course, shouts to you guys and girls at home that are tuning in, checking out this Injustice Pro Series event with us. Combo Breaker 2018 Injustice 2. We have players that are raring to go. You know, like you said, there's been a bit of a dry spell for Europe and some international countries that have been really eager to get back into it.
It was while we were waiting for plans to take place, and now the wheels are turning.
Also, if you guys checked this out last year, welcome back. If you're new to Injustice 2 this year, hopefully you enjoy the weekend of action to come. Obviously, we've had some stellar games already, but we have plenty more where that came from, as I see Gur sitting down, which can only mean one thing.
Gur is one of my picks for this tournament.
Really?
Because Gur...
For like top 8 or to maybe run
minimum
away?
Top 8. Minimum top 8. Now, the thing about Gur is one of those players that he's been involved in the NetherRealm scene for a long time, but I feel like his rise to glory is starting to come from Injustice 2 because he's been grinding non-stop. He's on the game every day. He's training online. He's having sets against high-level players, he himself being a high-level player, of course. And he really is the premier Atom player. You know, he is the Atom of the world right now, in my opinion. And I think the results are starting to speak for themselves.
There's definitely no denying that. You know, he is an Atom specialist now, which is quite incredible considering, and I actually made this talking point a while ago, but Gur was known for big body characters, right? Bane in Justice 1. He used Ferritor in MKX. And then here we are. He's playing Atom, who is maybe one of the smallest characters, if not the smallest in the game.
He can become big as well, just on occasion.
I mean, he can become a big body, I'm sure, but it's not quite... You're ruining my point with your lore.
Mate, I live to mess you up. Now, Gur, the thing about him, which I was going to say, is that he's one of those players that he didn't take a break in between Injustice Pro Series Season 1 and 2. He didn't stop playing at any point to pursue other games. The entire time he's been grinding, preparing for tournaments. He's been going to all of the North American majors that have existed before IPS this year, and he's been doing really well at every single one. I feel like of all the players, he is riding some of the highest momentum going into Combo Breaker 2018.
Then I will swat you like a bug.
That rain costume, so crisp. But Sub-Zero again. This actually is not a matchup that you see all too often. Atom's trait, obviously highly irritating. Mostly mids, but he has that instant jump into overhead, which is kind of hard to scout. Not a lot of damage, but it just kind of acts to irritate you, really, keep you on your toes. EX teleport, very fast. Excellent move.
Yep, absolutely. That's going to be... Oh, nice hit from Sub-Zero. A nice trade in the air, though. Relatively even, to be honest, and there's that teleport. Now, Atom's neutral is obnoxious, right? Like, he plays to be very hard to hit, almost like a fly, right? You're just trying to swat him out of situations. Low profiles a lot, but then at the same time, Sub-Zero's clone, there's no... I mean, the only real way around the clone is kind of teleport. He can kind of maybe trait over it if he really dives in, but it's going to be, I suppose, a bit more tricky than most Sub-Zeros are used to dealing with.
Well, Sub-Zero did say he would squash him like a bug.
He's not currently doing that, as he's ever so slightly losing, but Gers can get that hit. Nice confirm into trait as well, and that's going to have that round in between to really recharge about, I mean, I suppose a third, almost half of that trait bar by the time he can start moving again.
This is an interesting neutral. He's going to be dropping those chemicals because, of course, different chemicals in different orders give you different on-hit effects. Very popular one being the one that does damage over time, which we're no doubt going to, I think, see from Ger if he gets the opportunity to.
Oh, hang on a minute. Tries to whiff punish with the air trait. Good. Blocks away from Dijon. Oh, wow. Must have just been a little bit too late to hit him coming out of that trade. That's usually your reward for being able to block against a full Atom trait sequences. Almost getting a guaranteed punish, but you have to be in range.
Atom, another one of those characters that can get a full combo from a down one on a good read as well. If you're a character in an Injustice 2 and you can full combo off a down one, you have such an advantage, it seems.
I mean, you know, crouching light attack tends to be one of the fastest buttons you have. So if you can turn your fastest button into a, you know, a launching or a comboable special move, you're basically turning your fastest button into something that you can interrupt strings with. You can challenge frame advantage.
Oh, he's out there.
That was so smooth. Oh! But he's going to get anti-aired by a little bit of the ice. Not enough to, I suppose, really be a huge problem. Mainly just took him away, and now he also has his Clash available. So has a little bit more options.
Unclashable back threes for days, and there is the damage over time. If Dijon wants to come towards him now, it's going to take so much damage! And that's it, he's dead. He's dead. He can't get in.
That was so smart from Ger, you know, to throw down the damage over time clown, the green gas, and then the second Dijon got near him, he went for the ground pound, which obviously, if you go down in the mist, you're going to stand up and take some more damage, but it really stops you, right? The only thing you could have done, I suppose, maybe jump on a hard read, but are you just going to read a ground pound from that distance? That was just a really good read from Ger.
Now, that first little initial bit of advantage is going to go to Dijon, but the thing is, oh, the awareness, I like the patience, but no, doesn't confirm into Ice Ball. That could be a very costly mistake.
Maybe as he's back to the corner as well. He lost a lot of momentum for that mistake.
Look at how much corner carry he would have got, the damage on the table as well, and now Ger, he's in control. Drops the forward one. I believe that's forward one in this game. I get so confused. I don't play him in this game. I just goes MKX strings.
Oh wow, wake up throw. It's going to connect. Wow, was that just a wake-up ground pound? Good, 3 ground pounds back-to-back.
My man doesn't care. And there's the stun.
He's just stomping all over the place.
That instant teleport is so dirty. So quick. And you have to block. Well, it's obviously not an overhead, so you don't have to block the other side, but full combo for trait.
Didn't do enough to take away, but almost. Dijon's down on 7 points of health, and that's it. That's minuscule damage from a minuscule man, and Ger taking that round already.
I got to say, the micromanagement of Ger's Atom.
Micromanagement?
Is that like another pun? It's literally not a pun, but I feel like there's no getting around it. It's really impressive. This is the hallmarks of someone that has been playing Atom for a very, very long time. Like, he knows his spacing. He knows that if he buffers down one into charge and Dijon presses the button, he walks into it. If he walks into it, it connects. If it connects, he gets stunned.
I love this neutral from Ger. I mean, he's always doing something. It's gunshot, ground pound, chemical, teleport, trait. Like, Ger is so hard to read in the neutral.
My man is a mad scientist right now. And there's the overhead, so hard to see.
Oh my goodness.
Completely unreactable as well.
But how do you avoid 24 health away from an Atom player? I mean, Ger's doing nothing yet. There we go, found the down 3. I mean, surely when an Atom player has that much health, there is almost no way of dodging it. Because as soon as he gets trait, the trait is just going to do all that chip, surely. I don't think there was really much of anything he could do about that.
Now, I expected to kind of see us go back to counter select, even if it's not to change characters. It will be get some time, change the stage, first of all, because a lot of these interactables greatly benefit Atom in general. But also, just give yourself some time to think about it. We've said this so many times. I've no doubt, you know, KP and Mr. Aquaman and everyone else that's commentating this event will be saying the same thing. If you're going to go back to character select, if you don't change character, it's because you just need time. But he might go Green Lantern.
He's checking his buttons. That's not a good sign.
Unless he has different... If he's changing character, he isn't. Okay. Sometimes players do have different control methods for different characters.
You know, some like Brainiac players would change the train to something that isn't circle, right?
Some Brainiac players, especially if you play on pad, will bind they'll bind their, you know, their character power to L2 or LT, whatever pad you play on. And there's the blocking. Oh my God!
Blocked like 90% of that, but the 10% that connected meant that Go was safe as houses. Oh, he's throwing chemicals on the floor. Can't do that down here. That's dangerous.
Now that high meter burn projectile, the reason I think it's working out for Gur is because he's getting a good read on when Dijon's going to try and press the advantage and go in. Obviously, if he sits there and crouches, that's just going to be a bar wasted. But Gur is so confident on how he's conditioning Dijon to close in space. He's landed almost every single one, bar like one time.
Yeah, speaking of confidence, like Gur does that thing from full screen quite regularly, where he's going to set up the blue chemical, like the blob that goes along, and as soon as you block it, he constantly jails you into some more chip with the ground pound. He's managing all of these different decisions all the time, and he's always pressing something.
Damage over time. This is playground for Gur. That's dead. He's dead.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Has more than enough bar to go, and Gur is on match point already. 2-0. Looking to, I don't want to say effortlessly, but definitely with little problems, going to get through this match here.
I'd use the word convincingly at the very least.
I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, wait. I think he didn't out in the air because he expected the clone. That's why Gur pressed no buttons.
Oh
this
my
time,
goodness.
knowing that he's not going to clone. Good down 2.
I feel like Atom's down 2 is actually quite easy to get, though, in that kind of situation. Because obviously his crouching animation, being him just shrinking, you're literally smaller when you go for your anti-air. Like, you are so much safer than a lot of characters in that situation.
It's a great design choice. I think NetherRealm did a good job of making this character, you know, he's small, right? So let's try and make small being an advantage for him without making it broken.
I mean, he's definitely irritating, but I wouldn't say he's definitely overtuned. You know?
Exactly.
There is definitely not an abundance of Atom players making waves right now. Gur is definitely a pioneer of this character.
Down one.
Yeah, not really a punish on that slide with the down 1, but he has the life to not really worry about that too much.
I still feel like Gur is in control of the series.
Yeah,
even on bar, but definitely not on games. And the corner pressure. I mean, he's taking so much damage without even having to be there.
Oh my Dijon was sure he was going to go into that clone there, but it just wasn't meant to be. And Dijon has only 70 points of health, and the meter burn teleport will do more than enough to cleanly take that third match. And now that's Gur moving on. Not a huge surprise, like you said at the start of the series. He's definitely a favourite. I suppose a safe pick to do really well, I suppose, across the board. At the very least, maybe to have perhaps top 8, top 16. Obviously, Gur has had quite a lot of momentum this year, especially moving into this, obviously, Combo Breaker being, I suppose, the most stacked event of the year for Injustice 2.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean,
but stacked because of players like him.
I would 100% agree. I know we have players like, you know, shout-outs to Deoxys if you're watching at home for whatever reason. Sorry you can't be here, bro, but almost every single top player in Injustice 2 is in attendance in this game, and, you know, this tournament, and Gur is no exception. He's here to play. I strongly think he's going to be one of those, you know, picks for top 8 because it's the grind, it's the effort he's put in. He's never stopped practicing. And this matchup, it's going to be, I believe, Australia versus Illusions.
Yeah, I mean, it's Wasminator, not Australia. I know what you get.
I wanted to say North America, but, you know, Wasminator, he's the strongest player in Australia, definitely, in NetherRealm games.
I mean, there was... what was it, MAG? There was a big Australian tournament as of late, and Waz was the winner of both.
BAM, I think.
BAM, yeah, when we're talking about MAG, I'm getting confused. But basically, yeah, long story short, there was an Australian tournament, and Waz was able to win both MKX and Injustice 2 there. So I think he's, and it was the same thing back when, a couple of years ago, when MKX was kind of like the big only real NetherRealm game that people would play. He was the strongest player back then as well. So he's definitely going into this, I think, as the Australian favourite. You know, if there's one player from Australia that's going to make waves right now, it's probably going to be Wasminator. Obviously, they do have some other good players around. Obviously, we saw Googie as well for MKX earlier on. Nice to see him again. But Waz really is that star child from Australia.
Illusions. I think his resume kind of speaks for itself.
We haven't seen him in a while, have we, Illusions?
We have not. But I think whether he took a bit of a break in between, we'll never know. We didn't see him at a huge amount of tournaments recently. But some of these players we won't be seeing until Combo Breaker for the first time because they've basically been straight up. A lot of these players, I think, have been saving their funds or saving their travel for the tournaments that are IPS
So
related.
there have been tournaments in between the end of the Championship Series and last year's Injustice Pro Series finals, and now obviously there's been various tournaments around, especially in America. But it really is worth saving up for the pro scene, right? The pro series. This is really where it's going to count. So if you can, I mean, if you have X amount of tournaments you can travel to, obviously it's quite expensive for unsponsored guys. Even if you are a sponsored player, I'm assuming you don't get to go to every single little thing you want to, unless you're, you know, Sonic Fox most likely by now. But the kid's definitely earned the right for it.
He could probably afford to send himself around the world 50 million times and still be all right. That kid has made some bank from NetherRealm games, and not even NetherRealm games
You could say
anymore.
that. I mean, obviously, Dragon, it'll be nice to see how he does there, but...
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a good weekend overall. If you're a fighting game fan, Combo Breaker is the one to watch this weekend for sure.
Now, Waz liked those conniving female characters. It's Catwoman in Injustice, it was Devora in Mortal Kombat X. But Waz was one of those players that actually, he was a real specialist of his character.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
in MKX, he would play all the variations of Devora and experiment and have fun with those. And in Injustice, I think he just likes to explore every single matchup with a couple of characters, which is, I mean,
Catwoman is definitely a strong choice. So you don't exactly need, you know, a huge amount of characters, I suppose. You know, some players have like a team. Illusions, I think, was one of them in MKX, but definitely is more of a, I suppose, a specialist in Green Arrow. I know he does play a few characters for sure. We saw a lot of that last year, but Green Arrow definitely seems to be the main for him. But obviously, Waz sticking on that Catwoman. Haven't seen this matchup too often. Oh, nice punish.
Ooh, combo
Wonder if
drops.
that down 2 beats the gap in the meter burn version as well.
It very well might do. The one thing we have to factor in there, we did see a drop on what seemed like a pretty basic combo from Waz. And I think that's almost something to expect. We know Waz has experience in tournaments, not necessarily in North American majors, and this is where the nerves can really hit you when you're in an international player.
Well, especially considering he's now on stream as well, right? There is a crowd watching. This is probably the most eyes on a game right now in the venue in terms of Injustice 2. But that's going to be a nice hit. Air Tech. I wonder if that was a bait on the Air Tech by Illusions, but he actually didn't quite connect.
The punish looks very deliberate, so I wouldn't be surprised. Push block the jump 2. I love that, because if you're Green Arrow and you build bar for days, one of your best pieces of utility is always going to be that push block.
Yeah. I mean, Illusions is definitely not wasting any time. He wants to keep this lively as much as he can. There's the interrupt on the down one, but nothing else from it. I mean, Waz has the knowledge, he just isn't following through with his big reads. And that, again, just saved himself a ton of damage.
That was sick.
Oh, wow. Both players doing a lot of air techs there. To be honest, not really gaining them much leverage.
Well, because they've both done it, they're even on resources. Now those fire arrows, the #1 zoning tool. Now the goal here for Illusions is going to be escape the corner at all costs. Oh,
wow.
with punish.
Yeah, nice trip guard. That missed jump in is going to punish him. That first life bar is going to go down now. And he just tech roll out of the corner, gives himself all the space. And you need that but wonderful air to air from Waz. Using that meter burn cat dash. Now Waz actually managed to tie this up now. He was down for basically the entire match, but not anymore.
Ooh. Green Arrow has elements of mix-ups from those traded arrow charges, but if you see him jump, he can only go overhead, so standing up on reaction, super meta. Catches him with the Hurricane Bow, just on the magic end of it. That's going to be a full conversion. Yep, Waz having the clash, but he's got more bar, so he's going to get one more lifeline. I was going to say 9 lives, but that's only 1 life, isn't it?
Yep, I respect the attempt, but to be honest, not really necessary.
Poor execution on my part.
Oh, Waz though, looking right. Oh,
wow,
no!
wake up attack, no fear.
Oh, does he get the back 3? I think he was going for some optimal damage, but misses the combo. You don't want to give Wazminator a chance to get back at this. Oh, but it might.
Cheeky gentleman.
Actually, it missed completely.
That was actually really sick.
I was going to hit hype for that finish, but he missed it.
Arrow pull, cancel, arrow instant jump shoot. I mean, when have you ever been hit by that?
It is pretty swaggy, not going to lie.
Watch out for the wake-ups. Yeah, the patience.
He's worrying about it. That jump back, you see Catwoman players do that a lot. They'll go for the jump back on their opponent's wake-up because obviously their jump 2 has such incredible range. If they whiff that wake-up attack, chances are your whip is going to be able to catch it on landing.
Yeah, because I mean the jump back was an anticipation of a slide, isn't it? So
yeah,
that's one of the strengths of Green Arrow, that he has so many wake-up attacks or moves that can function as wake-up attacks. It becomes almost a mix-up in which one is he going to go for. If he's going to go for a slide, you can't punish the slide, but if you expect it, you can make it whiff, which requires a very hard read. If he doesn't go for that wake-up, then you've jumped back and you've actually given Green Arrow the space he was looking for all along.
Yeah, especially in this kind of matchup where Green Arrow's going to want to do as much damage as he can from a distance. Obviously, he does have his offensive options, but they don't really hold a candle to the kind of presence and I suppose the danger he can pose as a threat from full screen. Nice anti-air from Waz. Now he needs to keep Illusions in the corner as much as he can. Going to spend the bar to get some damage to cash out. Nice knockdown. And there is that delay. He wants to really catch that wake-up option from Illusions.
Now, this is Catwoman's playground. The second she has you in the corner and she's kind of within that jump distance range, she controls so much of it that getting out can be really risky. She has so many options, massive corner damage. Even post-patch, when she did have her damage weakened a couple of patches ago, it's still more than good enough. And down one into character power, just to guarantee some decent damage on the table.
Yeah, of course, and he's got a lot of the game to build that trait back up again, so he's not going to be too worried about spending it this early. Oh, nice meter burn roll. But I love the way that Illusions is playing this neutral. He's not always going for damage. He seems to favor the space almost just as much as he does just keeping Waz away, because that really is what he needs to do here.
If he's going to win this match, it's going to be mid-screen, and it's not going to be his back to the wall. Sometimes, Illusions, if you're going to be a defensive player, you need to be used to being cornered, because you're going to be there once in a while. However, Illusions knows that if he's going to get damage on the table, it's going to be here when he has control of the neutral. If he's in the corner, he is out of control.
Yes, indeed. The defense from Illusions, but he is losing health. Oh, no. No block on the meter burn of that overhead. Waz is going to have to watch that for sure. You can't be letting a green arrow player hit you with that.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, I actually like the slide on reaction to the jump so he can reverse positioning. He didn't want damage there. He just wanted to swap sides.
I love it. He has no interest in going anywhere near Illusions. He really wants to play at this kind of sweep distance.
But
and beyond.
He's doing a much better job of evening out the life too. Ooh, baiting the wake-up attack. Waz going for a bit of a Hail Mary, but the jump one's going to connect. And with the bar spent, he's going to get some nice damage. Illusion in a bit of trouble.
Oh, doesn't get a setup off that, but doesn't seem to mind. There's the EX. The plus frames respected, but disrespected there. But that's actually going to work out.
That's why Waz went for the forward 3. If he knows it's plus and Illusions is going to respect, that's where the forward 3 comes out, which is plus once again.
Okay, now Waz is definitely winning this match, but Illusions does have a full bar. Oh my god! The super, but misses the ice. That was quite a problem, as now he's going to get launched himself. Oh, was that a side switch? That was some hard to clash stuff right there.
I think he doesn't want him to clash. That's why you want to go for that last minute side positioning, and really funky, but obviously entirely premeditated by Waz. Illusions, don't count him out though. He needs a couple of arrows. If Waz is hasty and goes for a super, and he wastes it, maybe he's going to lose still. Boxing glove, watch out!
Wow. Yeah, actually, it's not every day you see that even get used in the match, let alone to good use, but that is going to be such a good play from Waz. A cat dash, the classic Catwoman.
Wasting no time going back to character select too. Does he change? No green arrow, just different stage, maybe some time to think.
Perhaps.
Honestly, shout out to those noble jerseys. The grey ones are looking
I was going to say that the grey looks really cool. Obviously, I mean, I was quite partial to the yellow ones myself, but the grey is quite delightful. Now, this is a good series. I mean, Waz definitely looking like he's getting a bit warmed up now the set's going on a few matches.
The green arrow just needs to quickly change into his safety gear.
It's just that straight up forward dashing into throw. I love how they arrow from the throw stays for a while. So Catwoman just stands up and she's just got arrows in her face. So do you mind?
That's violently.
I mean, she's alright. Look, gone. Not even a mark.
Yeah, no bar to convert. So although Waz did catch that meaty on wake up, no damage to really make it pay off.
You see Illusions really throwing out those jumping heavies, because when you can see that Waz has left the ground, chances are Waz is throwing out that jump medium, that whip. So he needs to be able to meet it in the air with something that has similar range, or at least enough damage to maybe stop Waz from trying to fly around with it so much. Does he get interrupt? Oh, punish, clean. Thank you, game.
I think that's why we haven't really seen Illusions go for too many of those Hurricane bows, because consistently he's actually been down 2 for his trouble.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, that actually is story of how this matchup has gone so far. And one of the big reasons I think Illusions has decided to play this game at the range he has. Because whenever he goes for down 1 arrow or Hurricane bow, if there is a gap, Waz is hitting it. Waz is punishing it for free. So Illusions doesn't seem to want to play anywhere near point blank, because he's just getting punished every time he does anything that there's a hole.
Ooh, gets one cat dash, and it's the meter burn forward 3 for the unair-techable situation.
And more damage. Yep, that actually was a wonderful choice to spend the bar on that meter burn forward 3, because it gave him enough damage so the combo killed. Even though he is still in a pretty bad situation here, to be honest. He was able to get that first life bar for Illusions, but Illusions 4 bars of meter to go with the cat dash, the Hail Mary. But when you've got less than 1% of health left, why not?
Now let's look at these bars. 4 for Illusions, none for Waz. This is definitely Illusions' round to win, I mean,
he's got a whole life bar to build it, but this is a problem. And again, down 1 arrow is interrupted again. Waz is letting him get away with absolutely nothing.
It's almost shutting down Illusions completely. Goes for the wake-up Hurricane bow, but all correct. Happy days.
Good block. The down 1's going to trade. And a punish again. Illusions, he has so much bar, but he's losing so much health. And he's going to have to clash. He can get as much health back as possible. 3 bars for optimal health, but surely not 4.
His back's going to be to the wall, but he has got full screen positioning. I always feel like clashes, they do benefit greatly defensive characters, because you get the screen space.
Especially if you've still got bars to work with. Like Illusion spent 2, still has 2 to worry about. And there we go. The down one's going to connect this time, but Waz gets a clash of his own.
My kingdom for a spray bottle.
Let's have a look. One bar getting spent by Waz is going to even things up nicely. But Catwoman now, no damage to convert into the... Oh my god! I was about to say...
Illusion's just he is not being allowed to do down one into arrow. Waz is just punishing for it every time. And that was such a nice confirm on that.
Oh, that was so tidy. Oh. And now he's going to play the full screen game. He is not going to go anywhere near Waz, and for good reason.
Green Arrow is just a phenomenally entertaining character to watch.
Especially in the hands of Illusions, who
Especially
specializes.
when someone is just this crispy with that character. But Waz, he is still Catwoman. Oh, hang on, that arrow might have sealed his fate.
Yep, regular arrows
green
now.
arrows, surely just normal arrows will do the job from now on, but no, a Savage Blast. The meter burn is going to do enough. That Illusions is going to go up 2-1. He only needs one game to move on now, but Waz, I mean, it's been close games. Waz looks a little bit ropey in the first, but he's definitely kind of getting used to it.
There was that one moment of what seemed like nerves at the very beginning of game one, but I feel like Waz has done a great job of just, you know, shrugging it off, you know. He looks completely comfortable, and this is just going to come down to who plays better versus who.
Yeah, absolutely.
Begin.
And instantly with a Savage Blast, even if you're not getting first hit, of which Illusions does manage to obtain, so that's big news for him.
One of the first throws of the series, and it's already teched. Wow, still paying attention.
The second he down ones, like you cannot do down one into Blast. He does not let you get away with it at all. Oh
wow.
My god!
So every day you see both of those with. Can he actually get something of this? He will! Spends his buff, the cat dash, that was superb.
Nice adaptation too. That was very, very clutch. Tidy indeed from Waz.
Yeah, there's that down one attempt to interrupt, but now it's the Savage Blast. Like the adaptation from Illusions. No longer down one arrow, it's going for down one Savage Blast instead.
I don't think that's going to be the last down one Savage Blast we see either.
I mean, it can't be, surely. I mean, that seems to be his only real option. Oh my
the
god!
Respect! The respect from both of these players.
So
oh my
you
god.
see a Catwoman and a Green Arrow press nothing right in front of each other for like 5 seconds. I mean, 5 FTC seconds. So in reality, was that what, like 2 seconds?
Probably. Confirm into EX cat dash. No air escape option from Illusions. Doesn't have the bar. Does he wake up attack? He does, but he makes a wrong call. I think he tried to meaty the Hurricane Bow.
Maybe. I like the way like Illusions isn't just like, he's not tech rolling into it every time. He's not making it super obvious when he's going to go for it. Oh wow, dashes straight through, and that's a full punish. But Waz's going to spend those 2 bars to get away. Oh, but that clean anti-air, and he had the Ice Arrow stocked. This is bad news for Waz.
Yeah, it's just kind of going from bad to worse. Puts the arrow away, keeps it momentarily, and he's going to get the knockdown. He's not even interested in down one Hurricane Bow. That doesn't want the combo, he just wants the space. And now here's that position once again. Oh, the mix-up between overhead or low slide. That's not good for Waz because he hasn't got the health to take that mix-up anymore.
Yeah, this is a really bad situation for Waz to be in, unfortunately. He is match point down and so low on health. And now it is 0. As Illusion's going to move on and win his side. And Waz been smiles on, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Obviously, played on Xbox pad. I didn't even know he played that.
Yeah, he has a converter. I believe he was Xbox for quite a while, actually. And that's why he just has a better time with the pad, I feel.
There's also one adjustment, right? When the camera pans back to us, I want to see if you can spot it. What adjustment has been made?
You put your glasses on.
No.
What?
A different one. I have raised the elevation on my seat.
Oh.
The elevation on my seat is now what I would say arguably an optimal level.
I will be honest.
And now I'm not looking up at you, I am on eye level.
Yeah, I didn't realize you
I mean,
did
the
that.
most important analysis on the Injustice Pro Series desk from myself.
Now, we have a few more matches of pools left to go. We have, the likes of Shujinki Dink versus Gur up next, which I'm very excited for. We also have Foxy Grandpa versus V-Man, but until we get into those, we're going to go for a quick break. So don't go anywhere, because Injustice Pro Series will be back after this. Hello everybody and welcome back. This is the Injustice 2 Pro Series presented by Simple Mobile and Samsung. We have our next match underway, Shujinki Dink versus Gur. I'm really excited for this one.
Yes, absolutely. I think Shujinki Dink is one of those players that he's very rarely in your list of like top level players, right? Like people you expect to make the consistent top 8s, maybe winning the actual tournaments themselves, but you never see him in your path and are like, it doesn't really matter. Like he is a consistently solid player. If there's one word to sum up Dink, it really is solid. And he's playing Firestorm, who is there are worse characters to play in this game, but he's been playing Firestorm from day 1 to now. So he definitely has that knowledge. He understands how the character works, right? And in the hands of a player like that really understands the game. Obviously, he's got quite a healthy YouTube channel as well. Obviously, shout out to any Shujinki Dink fans that might be in the chat right now.
The
Bonehawk Brotherhood. Shouts to any of you guys or girls that may be in the chat watching, supporting your boy.
I have no doubt there are some Shujinki Dink subs in the chat, and if so, give us some emotes. Yeah. I want to see him.
I want to see him. But he is up against Gur, who we had a little bit of time to really, I suppose, really big up how successful this guy is right now. Obviously, an Atom specialist through and through. Probably the best Atom player on planet Earth right now. I think he really has earned the right to be regarded as such right now. But Atom versus Firestorm, it's going to be something that Gur has played a lot. But how ready do you think Jinky Dink is going to be for Atom?
That's always what you have to factor in. When you play these really funky niche characters like Atom, you're going to have experience versus the popular characters. But the popular players that use those characters, or the players that use popular characters, I guess is a better term, aren't going to have as much knowledge versus you. Yeah. So I do think Gur has the edge in this matchup. I think he's going to be more prepared for this.
Wow, that's a really yellow Firestorm right there.
Yeah, it is.
It's like McDonald's Firestorm.
Look.
You won't be able to see it. Look,
I literally
that is Muck Firestorm.
I literally can't unsit TM for crying out loud. But I mean, like, I'll never unsee that now. Thanks for pointing it out.
I mean, we only see it for one game, maybe. There we go. They're going straight in. They're wasting no time.
The thing is, Atom has a good full screen game against some characters, but Firestorm has one of the best full screen games in the business. Really strong zoning, molten traps on hit confirm lead to a full combo. He's got great mids, he's got great pressure, and he has one of the best vortexes in the game.
He's just an incredible character through and through, especially when you have the knowledge put together. The red chemical keeping him on the ground, but Jinky Dink fighting back. Going to get that space for the poke, but wonderful teleport from Gur to get him a full combo of his own.
That's going to be the danger in the neutral. I think that's going to be sending a message to Dink that if you're going to go for a molten trap, you have to be ready for my teleport.
Now, I love that setup from Gur where he goes for the red chemical because I believe that's the one that stops you from jumping. So you're basically forced to wake up or hold this, right? You've got two choices right now. Dink chose wrong.
Really feels like Dink just can't get his flow going against Atom. And you say, right, this irritating character, he's very tricky.
It's a unique neutral. You have to play against Atom unlike any other character, especially something like Gur when he's got the life lead, when he has meter to burn, and he's got trait with that full screen charge, which Jinky Dink is going to connect.
Have to watch out for him though. Oh, and he tries to go for the flame burst, but that doesn't work either. Finally gets a meter burn back 3, but he spent a fair amount of resources to secure that first round.
Yeah, that's always I don't want to say a sign of desperation, because I definitely don't think that's the right word. But when you have to spend so much resources just to get something that's, you know, not even the end of the game, it goes to show how hard you have to work. But he misses the molten trap, and that does give Gur a chance to fight back with a wake-up starfish.
Very, very uncharacteristic drop of Dink, and I think that's coming down to this tournament situation. Now he's going to go for max trait, giving them the health, but no, he drops the combo. No punish, but the super.
Oh, the second hit! Everyone forgets about the second hit, including Jinky Dink. You know he's not going to be happy with that one. Big boy!
Big boy. Man, if it's going to happen, at least to happen in game 1. But I mean,
look at Gur's face. Literally not a shred. Not a shred of emotion.
He's like, I mean, he's seen it a million times before,
everyone gets hit by it. Look at it. He's like, no,
he's like, yeah.
No one blocks it.
Another one added to the list.
Another one bites the dust.
Another one added to the list.
Another notch in his pad. He has like keys. He just like marks his controller for every time someone gets hit.
He should have some sort of tally that he keeps.
Should do. That should be like a tally, right? He just needs to keep count.
Now, I feel like that's the first and only time that's going to happen to poor old Dink, though.
I hope for his sake he remembers it if we see it again.
Instant jump.
Wonderful read.
Wonderful anti-air. Molten trap to get the restand. There we go. No, he meter burns it. He wants the vortex.
Oh, and he's going to get it.
Oh, no!
Oh no, he misses the combo. That could have been a bit more, but still gets some damage. Yeah, I like that. Uses the real estate he bought with to build some of that trait up. Get closer to that level 3, the fabled level 3.
We have full combo from Gur, but he's going to get the knockdown into corner positioning.
Uh-oh.
Back 3's into the damage over time, so he takes a little bit of damage, but still has the lead.
I mean, surely that wasn't the right time to go for the green chemical, though, really.
I don't know, maybe he was just trying to get some sort of movement out of him.
Gur is the last Atom player that I will question, but surely there seems to be like, because all 3 of his chemicals, or I suppose the number of chemicals he has, are also very unique in the way they're used in the neutral. Against Firestorm, I guess it's really hard to pin him in the cloud. Unless you have him in the corner.
Oh, he's incredibly mobile, right? That's one of the main things. Yep, hit confirm into EX. Ooh, goes for mix-up. I respect it.
Oh, he's just spent the bar this time. He's going to cash out. There's the air tech. But Dink, oh, into the trait go. You know he's going to have no problems whatsoever burning the entire trait. It means he's going to take the life bar.
I feel like the trait for Atom becomes particularly dangerous when you're like 1 hit away from death. Unreactable low, unreactable overhead. I mean, that's 50-50 town, baby.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Oh, wow. This is a full combo. Corner to corner, coast to coast. And now Dink, wow, he gets hit for free there.
That was so good. That whole sequence was wonderful. Back in the corner now, though, tries to go for the down one. Normally, actually, down one into lunge doesn't work the worst in the world, because if the down one gets blocked, you actually tend to like go over their head.
But the crazy thing is that wild atom sequence we just saw kind of just it came out of nowhere. Wow. And then a few seconds later, someone's lost their entire health bar. Is he going to go for the setup?
Health regen, the reset into low. Here comes Dink. Oh my god. He just wanted damage in a fast amount of time.
Yeah, but he did give Go the full screen, and he's got hella.
Oh my word.
Now, I wonder if that's one of those wacky hard-to-block situations, or do you reckon that chemical behaves the same way the others do? Because characters like Batman or Red Hood that have things they can put on the screen and then obviously make their way behind you before they connect, you kind of have cross-up protection in a sense that you only have to guard the direction of the opponent's character, not what they've thrown. Do you reckon that works the same way with the atom chemicals?
Potentially.
Because you don't react to atom teleporting, right? He just does it. Surely you can't react to that. So
I forgot you can grab and trait, can't you? Of course. That's the first time we've seen Gur go for the grab in trait all tournament.
Now, one of the good things about that, though, is not only does it, obviously, you can't really see a throw when you're in the trait, but it also safely takes him out of the trait. So you don't have to worry about that kind of recovery period. Speaking of which, though, good block, and there we go. Dink ready with that full punish from that meterless back three. Heavy damage.
Ooh.
Maybe he just forgot that he started with a back three, perhaps?
I think there are signs right here of Dink showing a little bit of, I think, not being flustered, but there's definitely a tournament factor affecting him. Yeah. These little things that, you know, he's been playing Firestorm since launch. There's no way he doesn't know some of these conversions. He's not aware of some of them. But in the heat of the moment, against Gur, who's one of the best players in the world, I think it is affecting him a little bit. And that's match point for Gur, on the verge of a 3-0.
3-0 isn't the result that we were expecting. I think, I don't want to say it was expected that Gur would win, but at the same time, I think Gur is definitely a favourite for the whole tournament, straight up. So not too surprising to see him take out strong opponents. But at the same time, 3-0 definitely isn't what we were expecting. That's going to be a full combo again. No air tech from Shijinki Dink. He wants to hold on to the bar. Uh-oh, setup. Oh, no. Wait, yes, setup.
That was so funky.
Tricky stuff from Gur.
Uh-oh, unreactable.
What is he
overhead.
doing?
Oh my god, I don't know. Gets the punish. And I think Gur, he'll happily take that round just to do all that damage to Dink.
That was wild. I mean, I can imagine this is a very stressful character to fight, especially in the hands of someone like Gur, that knows exactly how to make him super obnoxious. Blue chemical is out.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Watch out, Dink. Watch out. Oh, instant overhead. And Gur is going to make that 3-0 against Dink, but that's going to be winner's bracket. So obviously by no accounts is Dink out of this tournament, but that does mean Gur is going to be moving on once again.
Yeah, you know Gur's going to be happy with that for sure. He's a very humble guy, but at the same time, you know, he's really looking to get that big win. You know, he's placed really well. Like he's not a stranger to impressive placements, but to be able to win a major, and the first Injustice Pro Series major of the year, no less, you know that's going to be something that everyone's going to want. But speaking of major winners, we have a Foxy Grandpa coming up against V-Man. Now, Foxy Grandpa has had I suppose a colourful approach with Combo Breaker through the years. Obviously, he won a couple of years ago for MKX. How did he do last year? Off the top of my head. No, I believe he made top 8 for MKX last year.
Foxy did very bad at Injustice last year.
Yes.
And the reason for that is because it just took him a while. He was one of those players that I think fell victim to not being able to find his character.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
he was playing.
We have to remember that Combo Breaker last year was super quickly after the game came out, right? Like, it was so new at the time. So a lot of players they hadn't really found their footing. You know, the players that had legacy characters that they'd just stick with were very comfortable. Some of them that were, you know, playing some of the beta characters, for example, like Tekka Master and that Atrocitus. Foxy Grandpa was not one of those players.
Now, I feel like he was able to have a good run, though. I mean, I say good run. Second place at the World Finals. I mean, that's one of the two best players in that situation. So Foxy had one hell of a year by the end of the year. But he was a slow burner. But once he reached that point, he found his footing with Deadshot, and he was the strongest Deadshot without question, you know, because I know there are some Deadshot players out there that were kind of using Deadshot just for matchups.
There were a lot of talented Deadshot players, but there was one best Deadshot, and his name was Foxy Grandpa. I believe he still plays Deadshot for certain matchups, but he definitely made the move to Mr. Wayne, Bruce Wayne.
That was the crazy thing last year, where Foxy went Batman at E-League, right?
And we weren't expecting it.
It took everyone by surprise. Everyone was like, obviously he was known as the best Deadshot, so we were expecting to see Deadshot. Turns out he's been practicing Batman for like these fundamental tools, and he kind of took everyone by surprise. He's been maintaining that, and he does play mostly Batman now. But because Deadshot did get a little bit of love in the recent patch, where if you trait, he, in essence, goes back to almost pre-patch dead shot for the duration of his trait.
But then at the same time, I feel like we've talked volumes about Foxy, but V-Man, a bit of a sleeper player in MKX. You know, he had that Lasher Takeda, where he had a breakout performance doing well at, was it KIT?
I believe it was KIT, yes.
I was going back some years now, but he had a really impressive performance early in MKX's life. Obviously a successful YouTuber in his own right. I'm sure we've got plenty of V-Man fans in the chat.
Is this going to be the tournament where V-Man, it's Combo Breaker top 8, no rounds lost?
Oh my god, can you imagine?
That's what I want to see. I want to see V-Man win Grand Finals and winner's side, and I want it to be
Combo Breaker expert playthrough, no games lost.
Yes,
man, that would be the first player that ever managed to do that is going to be incredible. But speaking of which, there's going to be a strong opening for Foxy Grandpa as he goes in with that trait slide shenanigans from the get-go.
I will be honest, I've never seen V-Man go for Wonder Woman, so this will be quite an interesting matchup.
Well, he does have the shield, the buff on the shield. It's going to chew up those batarangs for a little while. That buff lasting quite a while, to be honest. Wow.
And it is only just gone. There's that jump in, mix up City. Batman gets plus frames and staggers. The blocks from V-Man.
Wow,
oh
standing cross-up. The tricky stuff from the get-go. Foxy Grandpa's not pulling any of his punches. And Vortex!
That's the new Vortex that Foxy found when Batman received his changes. The original Vortex didn't work, but now the new Vortex is, you get the same situation, you just have to spend a bat to get it.
Absolutely. V-Man is going to have a lot of work to do to bring this life difference back. Okay, well, he gets the whip buff. Now Foxy, you know, he's going to be content playing this full screen game. Wow, completely punishing that full screen roll.
And he saved the bat for one reason. He's going to get Vortex. Oh, goes in front of V-Man with the forward blocks.
Now V-Man is managing to build that space, but to what avail? Oh my god, gets the combo off the one bat. Nice air tech to save himself from a ton of damage.
Ooh.
He's just throwing shields all over the place.
The platter.
The platter? What?
It looks like a platter. That one in particular looks like a platter that you serve food on.
I mean, a plate. It's called a plate.
No, it's bigger than a plate. It's a platter.
A big plate.
We're never going to agree on this, right? So he drops the back three.
It's also incredibly not important. Nice down two. He's going to connect from V-Man in the neutral.
Advancing mid. Watches back on the up batarang. Oh, watch out on the low. Full combo. And yeah, the clash necessary as all hell.
I just realized it's actually quite hard for us to see whether they've got a clash or not because of the placement.
It is, but we can see it on our observer. So we can see.
Of course. Okay, we'll have to use that one then. Sweet. Now, I like how V-Man's managing to still stay in this one, but he's still down on so much life. It's going to have his work out for him for sure. That's the trait. Oh, spends the shield. I wonder if he was planning on catching Foxy on the way back with that.
No, he's got character power. I think Foxy, unless he's confident he can, he really wants to open you up without the bat, because he wants to use the bat on the setup.
I mean, considering there was a full life bar difference between them, I think V-Man's really managed to stabilize this match. But he's quite down on life and doesn't have a clash either, and Foxy still has his. So Foxy, who is not normally a very reckless or aggressive player, can afford to be risky now and be incredibly brave as he has the safety, but that's a full combo. The air tech does save V-Man, but he only has 46 points of health left.
That's what you call a lifeline right there. He has so much work left to do. The jump three is going to work, but plenty more left, and a straight batarang is going to say no to that first game. Foxy, looking good, I must say.
Oh no, V-Man, don't give up, not already.
I wonder if he's not having controller issues, is he?
I hope not.
I would hope not.
Well, it happens again. If he takes the wire out and puts it back in again, I think he'll be alright.
I'm assuming it. I wonder if it's, yeah, it might just be a funky wire, I think. Foxy obviously offering to lend him a hand. Alright, what's going on? Are they good?
Is that going to disappear? It's like stuck on the screen.
Oh, now Foxy's disconnected, I think.
Oh my goodness.
Look at these pro players unable to function at PS4.
These are pro players and they're professional.
So when you guys are at home and you're like, how do I sign into an account again? How do I put my pad on?
It does happen to these guys too.
You're not alone. It happened to the best of us.
Cheetah.
Now changing to Cheetah, I understand that. He's basically, we did see V-Man actually fight just now against Batman. He did totally fine. So it's a matchup he's familiar with, and it's a matchup he's comfortable in.
Now speaking of matchup, I do wonder how familiar that Foxy's going to be with Cheetah, because I don't think, I mean, can you say there's any like really, you know, top level European cheaters that he plays on a regular basis? I mean, I know there do exist cheater players. Obviously, you know, shouts to like, you know, Pongster. I know Shen used to play back in the day, but that's a long time ago now.
Doomsday as well, right? Doomsday in EU.
Yeah, of course. But again, that was going back quite a while. I wonder how regularly he's used to it. Oh,
that was an interesting combo, Foxy.
And there's V-Man really trying to establish that threat.
But the thing is, if Foxy being a hyper-defensive player, historically, if there's one player that's going to be ready, I think, for the Cheetah leaps, and he's going to be ready for an answer directly, I think Foxy's that player. Dropping the combo, though. Unfortunate.
Oh, wow. I think V-Man tried to go for that background bounce, but a little bit too early. Didn't really have a clean hit.
That looked like a very convincing answer to the back 2-3. Oh my god, there we go. Look at the damage when it's traded. That's insanity.
All right, Foxy try and go for that trade to whip punish, but didn't quite connect. There's that way on the forward 3, gonna get that first life bar anyway. But to be honest, this does look a bit better for V-Man. The health difference is nowhere near as bad as it was last game.
Patiently waiting, catches the low, which is another full combo. The air escape is
Oh,
used,
wow.
but Foxy with the chase down, another one. And he has more bar to spend.
He has
and
a trait.
bat.
Oh my lord, he has a bat too. Vortex incoming. Good block from V-Man. Keeps himself alive, but still massively down on health. But that nice dive in the air is going to even up that life somewhat. And now V-Man able to take that first life bar down.
2 out of 3 correct blocks on that Vortex, though, from V-Man. He can be happy about that. Ultimately, it is a guess.
My lord.
Conversions.
Wonderful setup. I mean, this is just a clean Batman, straight up. Like, Foxy has been playing Batman already for quite some time, you know. He pulled out as a surprise at E-League, but to now, you know, it's been so much time. That's a lot of time to just really refine your character. The instant jump! Such a good read!
Knowledge.
You can't
That is
escape
knowledge
me.
of the highest caliber. Foxy with just a straight up neutral jump to punish.
And he's going to hurt him. He is going to do tons of damage. And now he's
6
got the
points
bat.
of health. Can he even stop this now?
Yeah.
No, not at all. And Fox is going to take the second game in clean fashion. V-Man going straight back to player select. He's going for time. Is he going to swap back to Wonder Woman?
I'm not sure.
Does he have other characters, perhaps?
I wonder if he might feel a tiny bit lost if he's going between characters and they're not working. And I think he was looking through other characters again. I feel like I don't want to say he looks like he feels a little bit defeated, but I think he's not 100% confident in the character he wants to play. Because I mean, he actually did a better job with Wonder Woman there.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I think Wonder Woman was able to play the neutral a bit better, but at the same time,
Oh,
I
he's
mean,
dropping the back 3s.
well, he's still in the lead somewhat. So it's a tiny lead, albeit, but it was something. And it's also now gone, unfortunately. Foxy Grandpa going to take that life lead away, and that just raw chase down, but doesn't have the bar to get a full launch. So V-Man, not too punished.
There's that knockdown.
Nice catch. Oh, good setup. This is the kind of sequence V-Man needs to keep. Oh, hits him again.
But because he's airborne, minimal combo conversion. The low, the interruption from Foxy, brave stuff.
I mean, Cheetah has historically been one of the harder characters in the game to convert with when you catch like airborne opponents when you don't expect it. So you really have to just be super switched on or preemptively doing these kind of confirms. It's very difficult with her.
Well, I think he really has to watch out for those leaps. No combo, but it doesn't matter.
Frames being disrespected. V-Man's really gonna have to watch out.
Rethink your strategy.
And now we'll see match point from Foxy Grandpa with punish. I like it. More of that.
Well, we are evened out anyway for now, which is definitely what V-Man's going to need. 2 clashes now in play. He's got that trait back though. If Foxy can afford to react, and there it is again. Catches just the edge of that forward 3.
He's got
another bat too.
Oh, doesn't guess correctly, and he's going to force the clash. The real punishment there for V-Man guessing wrong on the Vortex was he's lost his only form of combo breaker.
Yes, indeed. Foxy not going to spend a bar though. He wants to hold on to his. Nice. I love that confirm. Oh, extends the damage beyond. Plus frames disrespected once again. V-Man really has to be careful when he's disrespecting the plus frame. Because when you have like just over half bar of life left and you're against the character with a Vortex, every hit could mean the end of the game. But that's going to be a full screen hit from the leap.
V-Man still in this. Goes for the tick grab, but no, it whiffs. Foxy might actually have the round here. He's going to reset.
He has to guess right. He has to guess right here.
Oh! No, he does not guess correctly on the Vortex 3 times in a row. And Foxy is going to be moving on in this winner's bracket, which does actually mean that he's going to be facing off against Nyx a little bit down the line to qualify for the winner's side of this pool. And we have the likes of Gur coming up next, not in our next match, but we're going to be seeing him again. But I believe our next match is going to be Noble's very own Rewind and Buffalo.
So before we get into the next match, as we see, they're not walking up to the stage just yet. Let's talk a little bit about Foxy Grandpa. You know, he's definitely had a I think the way you put it earlier on was quite correct, right? He had like a very slow burning kind of adventure through this game. You know, it took him a while to find his character, settled on Deadshot, and then picks up Batman at E-League, and it's already been so mesmerizing. I can't take my eyes off this impeccable fidget spinner. I'm going to stop that.
You were saying?
I'm going to rekindle my train of thought.
I just wanted to activate your jet lag real quick.
Why does that do that?
I don't know.
Why is a fidget spinner to do with jet lag?
It's hypnosis.
Oh, I understand.
So
I actually like how he set up on Batman. I'm going to finish my point. Because I think Batman is a very foxy character, right? Like, he has all the fundamental tools you need to win. He has a lot of dirt as well. You know, a character with a vortex, he's got neutral options, he's got an amazing trait. Foxy needs to play good characters, right? Like, he's not a low-tier player by any means, but he's good at kind of optimizing those characters. Like, he really created Deadshot, but Batman was kind of already created. You know, he kind of just had to pick up where he left off with the character generally, and really inspired from other Batman players, I think, but definitely has his own personal twist on the character.
Foxy's take on Batman is to play solid neutral, solid fundamentals, and when he lands the hit, just vortex.
Works.
Just try and win the round on that one hit, because he can loop it. And that's one of the strengths of Batman, is that guaranteed it is a level of set play, where if he has a bat to go, obviously he gets the vortex off that. It's left or right, gotta guess. I'm excited for this matchup though.
No, indeed. We have Noble's Rewind versus Buffalo. These are two young players through and through. Definitely, I suppose, too much on the younger end of the spectrum for the NetherRealm scene right now. Buffalo being, what's it, 14,
I want to
15,
remind you,
super young.
I want to remind you guys again that we were playing MK9 earlier. When Buffalo played MK9 during its prime back in 2011, he was 8 years old back then.
He was a very young man.
We're reaching that point where
It makes me feel really old.
It really
I feel like
does.
an old man. I'm 26. I'm not an old dude, but I feel like ancient.
we were starting to play when we were like, you know, 18, 19.
Which I believe is
I felt
almost
like, I felt like
rough
such a
age
young,
that
I
Rewind
felt
is.
like such a young guy, and like now we're 26, and it's.
But this could be a match of the whippersnappers, but two promising whippersnappers. Obviously, Rewind himself has a colossal amount of success online against some of the best players in the world. Sonic Fox has even said, at points in the past, he wouldn't be surprised if Rewind ends up being Injustice 2's greatest player. You know, with some time, and he said that a while ago. Is this the time that prophecy? The foreshadowing from Sonic Fox, does it come true at this tournament? Does Rewind have his breakout performance and take this major?
If there's going to be one tournament that Rewind has a breakout performance, it's going to be Combo Breaker 2018, the first premier tournament in the IPS. And the thing is, it's the tournaments he's been going at recently to get that experience and to deal with the nerves and deal with that. He needs to get the clutch factor offline. And I think he's had enough tournaments where the time is now to at least get familiar. So I think he's comfortable. I think he's well prepared. He just needs to get over his own tournament demons and play to a level he knows he can achieve.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to see if he can take out Buffalo very soon as their button checks are finished. They are good to go, and we have what should be quite an explosive match on our hands with this reverse flash from Rewind versus Buffalo and that patented Sub-Zero.
Now, both players having those young man reactions. Rewind really, in particular, doesn't let anything slip. If he can react to it, he'll do it.
Oh, I like that preemptive back two, just to try and catch him with that kick. He's going to go running man straight into the clone. Nice little combo, cashed out some damage from Buffalo.
I love that shake, just to go through. Do not allow, I think the strength of that neutral, more than anything else, don't really allow Rewind to...
I actually love the timing on these clone summons as well, though, from Buffalo. He's not just going for clone off cooldown, like, he's waiting for Rewind to kind of wind up for that way in. Nice hit confirm on the ice ball. He's waiting for Rewind to really kind of, I suppose, telegraph that he's about to go in, and then he's going for the clone. But speaking of which, that one opening is going to give Rewind a ton of damage here. Ooh, that's going to be 400 into setup.
And while he was phasing through all of these, he's building bar the whole time too.
And he's being almost a full bar to go already. Nice hit, but doesn't get a full combo off it. But gets another chance.
I really wonder what that was. I wonder why he just stood there. All combo drops. Going to give Buffalo an opening.
Yeah,
goes in for the clone. Patience.
There's going to be elements of that. I don't want to say tournament inexperience, because I know Rewind is more than used to events by now, but that difference when you play so much online, surely you do eventually just get comfortable with that setting, and then you do still have to try and adjust. Oh!
Get back down.
You could arguably say that both of these players will have that kind of problem, because they are very online focused.
Challenging plus frames, but no hit confirm on the meter burn ice ball.
Yeah, doesn't manage to get it this time. Like it, going for the close clone throw. Just to keep himself there. Nice preemptive anti, but doesn't get the back three and goes straight into the clone. This is a great situation for Buffalo, but he drops the combo as well. Some very ropey gameplay going on, but who's going to come out better on this scramble?
The second time Buffalo has dropped that back two after the jump three. He really needs to clean up his execution. Tries to punish the lightning kick, but is not fast enough.
Point blank. We can see him going for the phase even at that range, but no! He's going to down 1-2 straight into it, but that preemptive jump three done too early.
The amount of damage that Buffalo has left on the table by dropping these combos is actually the damage he would have had to take this game.
Speaking
it's so
of damage, though,
unfortunate.
surely he's going to guaranteed lose this clash now.
Yes, he will.
Oh, what does Rewind do? I mean, 15% damage dealt, and Buffalo did spend his only bar. That's not great. He does have the clone, though. Goes phase 2. Oh, wow! Running Man stance bested by donk on the head via hammer.
But I feel like Buffalo, he needs the bar. He's nowhere near a second. Yeah, and of course, that's why we don't see him spend a bar, because he needs those resources to land a conversion to put Rewind in a bad situation.
Yeah, 100%. Rewind, 599. This is almost kill health. Going to spend his bar on the pressure. The phase gets through again. But that quick cooldown on the clone when done like that. I love these phases for Rewind. Already built himself a bar again. Another phase. Oh, but that big call out isn't close enough to get the full grab.
What is even going on? This is a... Oh my god, did he have time? He does the back 3. Do not drop this, Buffalo.
Oh, nice. He gets it. Keeps a bar 2. So he can still push block if Rewind gets some pressure. But he spends it.
I mean, if Rewind tags him once, this is the flash we're talking about.
That was almost it. The overhead. Good block on it. There's a challenge. The throw tech.
Gets it right on the 50-50 and runs into an ice ball. That was a sweaty match.
Yes,
but Buffalo
indeed.
does manage to take it.
Yeah, you can tell both players definitely not playing to their normal clean standard, but I mean, in that kind of match, it's all about coming off better in the scramble and then maintaining that. Because the worst thing to happen when you're in that kind of match when both players are a bit ropey, a lot of execution errors, a lot of, I suppose, just straight mistakes, and there's no other word for it, mistakes in the game, to win that match and go, right, okay, I made a lot of errors, but I was able to still come off best. But to lose that game, that is a big knock to the morale. And we can see Rewind going straight into that Firestorm. And that big read, Buffalo, reading that carpet, and a full jump in is his reward.
It kind of goes back to being that character specialist. I'm well aware that Buffalo, he's going to be prepared for the Firestorm matchup. So it's one of those things where he's playing a niche character, Sub-Zero, not the most common of characters you're going to fight in tournament, but he's prepared. Does he get the freeze? No. I know sometimes that can actually freeze.
Yeah, I think the clone has to be a little bit closer for it. But Buffalo running away with this. Look at that aggressive pressure.
Oh my god!
He beats the wake up back 3 and also takes the bar away from Rewind in the process.
Buffalo in full control. No anti-air from Rewind. I think he's a little bit shaken. Goes in for the low.
Nice down 2. Buffalo jumped a little bit too early there. Does he give him a chance? Does he go for the vortex? He does. Just going to get blocked by Buffalo. He knows a thing or two about that jump in mix-up. That down 1 connecting, giving Rewind another shot. And he activates level 3 trait. What do we see this time? Oh, doesn't guess right this time. That's going to be a clean hit. But the air tech, so he's still alive. Uh-oh, but not for long.
And the entire time we saw that damage go through, because it was max trait, Rewind was getting health back the entire time. So that's going to benefit him massively, of course. Hit confirm into slide. A little bit of damage. He'll take it. Punish on the mole. Trap. This is going to force either an air escape or a clash. Doesn't even give him the option to.
Yeah, keeps it unclashable, Buffalo. A disrespect on the meaty. And there it is. That meter back 3. Side switch 2. Restand. Indeed. Spends another bar.
By the time this game is done, Rewind is going to have another bar of trait good to go. He's going to be able to get a little bit more health back. I think that's what's going to be really important to remember.
That was perfect spacing though from Rewind. He knew that Buffalo was going to go for the interactable off the bench.
Ooh. No anti-air from Rewind.
Yeah, definitely think he expected Buffalo to jump in that time.
Ooh. Oh, he tries to close. Is that confirmed? That's going to be the game.
That's going to be it.
And instantly into restart match, because that was definitely doable. That was definitely doable.
It was cleaner overall from both players, to be honest. I don't really think it's kind of just the Rewind that was able to tidy himself up there, but a big start, went for the molten trap again. Buffalo didn't jump in this time. I guess he just assumed that Rewind had been conditioned. You can see that clone making a lot.
Wow!
The clone making a lot less impact in this matchup. Obviously, just because Firestorm has those options for full screen. You know, Firestorm has the answers to deal with that full screen pressure, way more so than someone like the Flash. So whereas the clone is normally going to be that big obstacle, Firestorm doesn't really have to care about it as much.
Gets caught by the cross-up. Definitely thinks it was going to go in front, but Buffalo now in control. He's going to get a nice amount of conversion damage. Splat. What's the mix-up?
Clone. Oh no. Jumps over the wake-up, but doesn't get punished. And the raw slide. That is going to cost him that first life bar for sure. Oh no, unless Rewind drops it.
I think he's have to watch out. Buffalo just needs one clean opening. Push block to try and establish space. Gets hit by the cross-up, and Buffalo gets the jump in. This is why you finish your plate, ladies and gentlemen.
That is one of those most tilting kind of situations when you push block and then get jumped in on straight away. He did the close one.
Reads.
That was a read and a half.
The reads.
It was a good shout that Buffalo was going to go for the slide though. With such little health he had, that big confirm.
Oh my god, get back here. What are you doing?
Yeah, doesn't get off the bench.
I will freeze your fire.
Now, he's going to have full screen space, but his back's going to be to the wall, so Buffalo's going to have to do a little bit of work to get him back in there.
Oh, he could just slide and give himself to Rewind on a silver plate.
Oh, but I think that's it.
Silver platter.
It almost feels like poor management from Buffalo on that part. Oh no, chasing down the air escape. Now he's in big trouble because if he wants to clash, he's got no resources.
But he drops the combo again. Rewind, letting him out. But that wake up starfish. Oh, big punish. But no, doesn't get the meter burn. Or maybe just opted not to spend the bar, perhaps. But it won't matter, as that's a big meter burn. Back 3 straight to the face of our Mortal Kombat hero. And that's 2-1 to Rewind now. What do we think he does now? Do you reckon he sticks to sub? Does he try out the turtle? What do you reckon?
I think like it didn't really come down to Sub-Zero there. It did just come down to his own decision making. Like right there when he So right when he got clipped and he went for the slide, it was also not really understanding that how much damage he was going to take from that slide and the risk reward, and the fact that he was going to trait, he was going to get health back. Like that was such a great situation for Rewind that Buffalo basically gave himself to.
Yep, that's that full screen jump in with the interactable, but Rewind is ready to space it again. Rewind spacing really is just winning him this series so far. He's just keeping himself just out of the range where Buffalo wants to connect, and that double Molten Trap goes for 3. Oh, and that's a wonderful trip guard going to cost Buffalo big damage now. He's losing quite a lot, but Rewind drops it again.
Tipped rather low, but
wow,
but that'll wake up. Yeah, active frames for days. Rewind's going to be on match point now. Pool play. I want to say pool D1, but it's already on the screen.
Okay, there's that walking back, looking to react. Oh wow, catches him off the interactable, but no, misses the combo. You cannot afford to be making mistakes like that.
It's not just damage, but that was definitely going to be a freeze restand as well. He's losing the setup, which is where the big damage reset's going to come from.
I think Buffalo was maybe expecting to get hit by that, but no. This is some MKX corner pressure right here, sitting behind that clone and doing what he can. I say Buffalo's done a great job of fighting back here, spinning another bar. Yes, he does. Oh, and the challenge on the charge, but I think Buffalo expected it with the down 1.
Somewhat expensive, but they still basically have 2 bars each. Buffalo just needs to do 1 special on whiff to get the bar back, so...
Oh, confirm! Freeze! That's going to be a lot of damage. Does he go for the restand or does he cash out? Restand? Oh, that was tricky from Buffalo.
The cross-ups.
Prepares your judgment.
And we don't really get the chance to see him do that too often. He really seems to save that, you know, until the time is right. Empty jump.
I think he actually was confident that Rewind wasn't going to press the button. Shatters it again.
Okay, so I said Buffalo wasn't ready for the freeze. He did it twice in the same game. He's definitely doing that on purpose. Buffalo showing his character knowledge. Down 1, 3 down 1s back to back, and the final one that connected gets him a starfish.
Oh my god!
That's one way of dealing with the clone.
Savage.
Actually didn't get too much damage for it though. It was his only buff. Push block. Oh, clean jumping. He has a bar. Is he going to get in the way of the Two-Face cage? Yes, he is.
So much damage on that. Oh, he drops it. Tries to go for a staggered back 2.
Rewind doesn't have a flash either. He just needs 1 hit.
It gives him trait, which is going to give him the health back. Oh my god, almost a freeze. Shout outs to MKX.
Oh, that good block on that crossover. Goes to the clone.
Oh,
there
no.
we go. No, keeps it unclashable.
Flashable.
What?
Oh my god. Why? No punish. What's going on?
Oh my god. Goodness. Buffalo with that slide that almost threw the game away, but the slide seemed to be such a, I don't want to say bad idea. The slide was such a risk in that situation.
No, we're not going to sugarcoat it. That was crusty. But that had the highest amount of crust.
I think that slide was such an obviously risky idea in that situation. It was the last thing that Rewind expected to see.
Oh, and the Fox given the coaching. This is like the ultimate advantage right here.
I mean, like I said, no, Sonic Fox is a believer in Rewind.
And Foxy stepping in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Coaching with the Foxes.
Someone screenshot this. It's the Fox coaching.
I must see it.
If you've got a Fox in your name in the NRS scene, you are a coach. You are destined to be a coach. In 20 years' time, there'll be like the what's the name of the coach? Name me an iconic coach from a film.
I was going to say Shooter McGavin, but that's not at all.
Shooter McGavin, not a coach.
That was the first name that came to mind.
It's so wrong, but it's hilarious. Okay, here we go, 2-2. This is the last game for both these players. Buffalo managing to come off better in that trade.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
I think he was convinced the clone was going to freeze. I think that's why he didn't press the button.
Another drop from Rewind. Oh, point blank charge.
I think there's some ropiness coming out from Rewind. Rewind, I think, is feeling the pressure,
yeah,
which is historically the problem he's been having in tournament the whole time.
There's a knockdown for the Link Way, indeed. Buffalo, wake up, back 3.
That was definitely supposed to be meter burn.
Yeah, probably, but no. This is the special. Wake up trait, wake up interactable, I should say. Get the corner. Wow, that dash up into the throw. Buffalo with the brave stuff.
Oh my god, wake up Molten Trap. I just think that Rewind is giving up the ghost a little bit.
Yeah, Rewind is just one step behind Buffalo now. Buffalo is just so ahead of where Rewind is in this game right now. Even stuff like that.
These hasty decisions, though, they're making Rewind have to do so much extra work. One, here comes the back 2-2 again. Freestand. No,
he doesn't have the
no
bar for it.
What am I talking about?
Oh my god, he comboed from it! Buffalo is on fire right now, which is ironic considering the matchup.
Oh, he has the bar advantage. Rewind, this is his lifeline. I mean, it's all stuff that it seems so unnecessary to put himself in this position. Anti-air.
Now, thing is, Buffalo is having the game of his life, but Rewind, he is playing Firestorm. He is an incredible Firestorm player, and he does still have plenty of health to make this comeback, and he's going to get the life bar. Here we go. Match point. Both players now, but Rewind very starved for meter, and he's just used all of his traits. I'll have that spacing on that side from Buffalo, knowing the recovery is going to come through. There's the throw. Buffalo looking good. Rewind doesn't have a clash either.
There's so much respect being established here. Oh, gets the low. Easy damage. Hit confirms into Ice Ball. He's going to build bar for air escape, but now he's in the corner. No chance to use it. No. Drops the combo. Misses the combo, but the wake up. Carpet again. He's got bar. He has the clone. This is Buffalo's round to lose.
There's a jump in, Rewind, chipping one hit at a time, getting lower and lower on the push block. Oh, the Starfish comes out too late! Buffalo has 8 points of health left to take down. Can Rewind do it? He's getting this aggression down. There's the Starfish, he gets a full combo. Buffalo, he does have a clash, he's opting not to use it. Here we go,
here we go. The health regeneration, he's going to heal it back a little bit. Mix up, blocks the right way, goes in for the escape, but the bait from Rewind. He's going to save the bar. Vortex City, blocks in front, but the bar is forced because he gets hit by the overhead.
Now, this clash is so good. Buffalo saved the clash for the final moment. He used it now, he gets Rewind out of trait, and he still has a chance. He had to use both bars to do this, though. He has to build some of that space. He has to be so careful. Rewind. The jump in! The trip guard! That's not enough. That's not enough damage. That's not enough.
Drops! He's going to drop setup on this. The connects! The straight jump in! This should be Rewind's game! And the final hit connects. What a comeback that was.
Oh, Buffalo, you know he's not going to be happy about that. Just that neutral jump hitting. Buffalo must have tried an anti-air or some kind of way to just hit him out of the air beforehand. That's the only way that would have connected. I feel so bad for Buffalo in this situation, but Rewind to make that kind of insane comeback. I did just say it milliseconds before he got that first hit. Never count out a strong Firestorm player, least of all Noble Rewind.
That was absolute insanity, wasn't it? I mean, a testament as to why
chaos. Utter chaos.
I feel like that was moments away from almost like concluding the curse that Rewind has in these offline tournaments, where he just can't pull off the clutch. But right there, that was clutch and a half.
That was 1,000% clutch, my friend. But moving on from one crazy game to potentially another, we have Emperor Nyx coming up against Foxy Grandpa. We see Foxy Grandpa return to the stage. Probably going to be Batman. And Nyx, I mean, who does Nyx play nowadays? Black Manta, I think, really. Obviously known for Darkseid, but I believe he's been putting a lot of time into Black Manta.
You say Darkseid, it's, yeah, I don't know, I was gonna say Doomsday for some reason, but that's not right at all. I've made that mistake twice, like multiple times now. But no, he's famous for his Darkseid. The premier Darkseid player, you know, qualified for E-League through Hometown Heroes last year. Had a really good situation. I believe he beat Nubcakes to qualify for that. And he's been going through many characters now, to be honest with you. Black Manta he has been playing lots of. Also playing a lot of Hellboy too.
Oh yeah, of course. How could I forget Hellboy? Yes, of course, a very strong character. But, to be honest, I haven't really seen too much Hellboy on stream over the last couple of hours, but there definitely is some strong Hellboy presence in this. Obviously, we've got Dab here, we've got a Silvereye, you know, least of all count out Silvereye. I think we just have, I mean, generally speaking, a lot of the characters in the game are represented well.
Now, while these guys go in, I think we're going to talk about what sort of matchups we're likely to see. So we know Foxy's probably going to be going in with the Batman pick. Because
I think it depends on who Nyx has been playing. Because I think the obvious one is to say, I mean, of course, Darkseid. But like you said, you know, Darkseid is, I don't want to say he's a bad character, but he definitely isn't one of the better characters in the game. You know, he does have a lot of problems. If there's any Darkseid player in the world that can bring it to a tournament and do well, it's going to be Nyx. But at the same time, you know, there's been a lot of downtime in between when we last saw him at E-League and moving forward into this season of the IPS. So during that time has been plenty of opportunity to learn a stronger character or someone that he thinks just might be a little bit better for his style of play.
Okay, so here we go, loading up into this next match. For those that are just joining us, welcome. This is Combo Breaker 2018 for the Injustice 2 Pro Series. A real celebration of NetherRealm games so far. We have Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat X, and of course the big one here is going to be Injustice 2. That premiere landmark event for the Pro Series, the first event of this year. So obviously everyone wants to get
many. Beginning of things to come.
Everyone wants to get top 8. Everyone wants to be the first winner. You know, that's the big one. If you can take that first tournament, I think you're going to be running a lot of momentum going into the finals. And Darkseid versus Batman, this is going to be quite an interesting matchup, I think.
Yeah, we don't get the chance to see it too often. Obviously, Darkseid not being a particularly popular character on the competitive circuit. Batman, on the other hand, we see him literally everywhere. But then at the same time, you know, he's a strong character. There is a reason for that. Whenever you see like, you know, characters represented all the time, and you know, I suppose more frequently than others, there is usually a good reason for that. And in Batman's case, it's definitely because he is a strong character.
We've seen Nyx make magic happen in this matchup before. I want to remind you guys, he was able to defeat, I believe, Nubcakes and Hometown Heroes last year. Nubcakes, one of the strongest Batman players in North America, without a doubt. And Nyx looked very confident in that matchup last year. The matchup's a little bit different now because Batman actually did get nerfed, whereas Darkseid remained pretty much unchanged. So from then to now, the matchup would theoretically actually be a bit better for Batman. Sorry, not for Darkseid, sorry, because Batman was nerfed a little bit.
In theory, I mean, that makes sense. It's like when one character gets nerfed and the other one doesn't, sure. But it depends on what the matchup was like to begin with. Because we know that Foxy doesn't really tend to get surprised anymore in terms of matchups. No, he had a tendency in the MK days to kind of be caught off guard by matchups he wasn't really prepared for or had access to. Doesn't really seem to be the case in Injustice 2, and I'm sure the exact same thing could be said for Nyx nowadays. Obviously, the game has such incredible online. You know, you have amazing access to top-level players of almost any character in the game at your fingertips, as long as you've got a good Ethernet connection and a good Ethernet cable.
One thing that I think is going to enforce or demand a lot of respect is how often Nyx does wake-up attacks. Goes over the instant stomp with the wayward jump 2, actually connecting at a weird time, tagged by the cross-up. And now Foxy Grandpa is going to be in control here. Reset.
Yep, he's going for the Vortex. Guess right. Good defense from Nyx. Oh, a wonderful Meeper back 3 immediately.
The backhand, savage. They wake up to try and get out of that situation. Plus on block with the backdash. If they're going to backdash plus frames, in some of those situations, you really do have to be ready for it.
Yeah, not a great trade there for Foxy. Nyx can get the damage in the interactable. Good teleport into down one knee. That's going to be trying to go for some guaranteed chip.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, Batman finds a way!
Wow.
Oh wow! My word. That was actually incredible from Foxy to avoid that chip damage in such a wacky sequence. But gets a combo too. He's still alive.
He's going to get Vortex on this. Nyx still has lots of work left to go. Oh, and he guesses wrong. And he's forced the clash really, really early. This is the best case scenario for Foxy.
Yeah, literally, like he was so down on health there.
Oh, the minion
finally loses the slither of health that he had left.
Now Foxy's going to be definitely patient. As long as he's got his back to the corner, he's going to really sort of like force something hasty out of Nyx.
You see, Foxy really doesn't want to play too much of this neutral unless he's got access to those bats whenever he can. Nice hit from Nyx, going in.
Oh, wow. Considering that's one string, that does a bottle of damage, and he gets caught not watching his head. And now Nyx is going to go for unclashable damage the whole time. 4-4-3, 4-3. This just completely escaped Foxy's, like,
I mean, what in general? Like 10 seconds earlier, he was in the lead, and now all of a sudden, he's like one hit away from losing. Nice teleport. Good block on the string.
Oh! Now, that was an interesting game one, because he basically was in control for 95% of that. And then right at the end, it just vanished. He just lost the lead, and that's it.
Yeah, he definitely kind of let go of that one, but Nyx playing well. We really were talking about how he is such a strong Darkseid player for reasons like that, right? Like, the Darkseid by himself, he's lacking a lot of things in terms of, like, how to be a incredible character competitively, but he does have damage. He does have hard knockdown. He does have something, right? And the threat of some of them in situations that you're finding something regularly, right? Like, looking to constantly block overhead or low. We'll give him some more throws. We'll give him the odd thing here and there. And in a 3 out of 5, where these winners a couple of games, it can sometimes work for you, especially if you're someone like Nyx that is so good with this character. Getting some good reads on when to go for those Omega beams, but the reaction from Foxy, going in for back 3 just for raw damage. Now, forcing himself full screen, but he's going to get a couple of dashes. So I think that's the cool thing about Batman, I think. Wow. It looks like he's going full screen, but he actually has loads of time to close in space regardless. There's that jump, the block on the overhead. I wonder if Foxy's looking to fuzzy and react to the stomp, or if he's just going to take an option. Well, the second Nyx puts him towards the corner, the thing is that he's not going to try and establish corner pressure.
I know he's got corner combos, and he's got good damage, but if you're Darkseid against Batman, you want that mid-screen. Like, that is where you're going to win the round, and he doesn't get the string, but this should be the round anyway. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, this is looking good for Nyx, not going to lie. So he's hovering behind that interactable behind. No one gets a hit here. He's going to get a nice damage extension. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's just straight up hit.
Yeah, just a raw jump in. Now he's going to get damage. Oh, no, drops the back 3. Foxy tries to be a little bit more cute for the damage. But unfortunately, dropping that combo means you're going to lose Vortex, and Vortex would have won him the round. Wow.
Oh, that's so nice.
That's sick.
Yeah, Foxy looking a little bit lost here. Nyx is just running away with this life lead and completely controlling the pace.
Now, we can't count Foxy out, but what we got to worry about is if Nyx establishes that full screen game and goes for all at Mega Beam, it's all going to be unclashable. That's the thing. Yeah, grab, unclashable again. Foxy, unfortunately, can't finish the combo. And, well, this could be the game, and it is. Nyx looking real good.
Yeah, that was a really good sequence generally. I mean, I think that the one that really sort of stuck it for Foxy at the end of there was obviously he decided not to go for Vortex. He tried to cash out damage to take off the first life bar, but he was like 1% off, like straight up 1% of life near enough off. And that 1% meant that Nyx was just going to be like, well, it doesn't matter. I don't have to be careful now, so I'm just going to be really unpredictable and end up taking a ton of damage on it.
It really does go to show, though, just how, I think, confident Nyx is in this matchup. Like, I think he doesn't really mind fighting Batman. Yeah, he doesn't mind fighting Batman. Wow, jump 3, but no conversion, obviously, because he's in the air. But his knowledge of when to go for these teleports is really throwing Foxy off guard, I think.
Well, he does have Vortex here. Yep, blocks right this time. I think Foxy really abusing that big hitbox of Darkseid, but Nyx's defense has been on point. This is the final hit of that, which is actually where a lot of damage comes from, so that's unfortunate.
I'm wondering if that back 2 is going to be something Foxy's going to remember. Yep, there it is. So Foxy now has the data. Unfortunately, it's a bit late, right? It's quite late in the set. So is the knowledge of the back 2 punishing the teleport? Is that too little too late at this stage?
I'm not sure. We might still have plenty of games left, or this could be the last one. We'll have to wait and see how they play it out. Oh, wow.
Oh, no, drops it.
I mean, it was an expensive way for Foxy to hit the life bar, but he does still have a bar left. But he is himself bleeding quite heavily now. Only 22 points of health left, and that big laser can take that away. Now Nyx is on match point, and Foxy desperately needs to win this to stay in.
I think if Nyx wins in this fashion, he can leave this pool feeling really good about himself.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god!
Big anti, but doesn't get the combo again. Foxy just isn't as ready.
Yeah, some really strange drops coming from Foxy right now. They're zoning. This is Nyx's round to win.
Oh, there's that back 2, but loses clean to the jumping. And it was a heavy 2. That's a big damage he just lost out on there. It's big wish though. There's the Vortex. But Nyx does have access to Clash. So if he guesses wrong, he'll be safe. But he guesses right again.
Oh, the armors connect in the forward 3 to deny the Clash. The minion is going to stop that exchange. But here we go. Another full combo. Nyx doesn't have air escape. Oh, he drops it down too. Foxy's execution failing him. Oh my god.
Big hit. Foxy definitely looking a little bit shaky at the end of there, but Nyx looking strong. He's going to take your seats, happy with that one.
I think he can definitely be happy with his result. You know, Foxy
he played it well.
So he played it really well. Foxy was second place at the World Finals last year. Like, that was quite a significant title that he was able to kind of, you know, take on Foxy in that situation. Foxy, I don't want to say he looked rusty, but his execution definitely was not his best friend right there.
No, absolutely not. But on the other side, Nyx was just on point all around. You know, you said before he looked really comfortable in the matchup. Have no doubt he's played that matchup a ton in preparation generally for the season. Because there are so many Batman players around, and they're all different in their own way. But fundamentally, like, the character is the character. You know, there are certain tools you have to be ready for and how to deal with them. And it looks like he really is. Congratulations on making it out of the pool in the winner's side. But moving swiftly on, we have Gur versus Mystery Bot. And we are quite close now to finding out who are going to be our, well, I suppose for the day, who are going to be our winners for their respective pools.
Yeah, this is going to be our final moment for this block, that's for sure. We're going to be out after this one, but Gur, I feel like he's riding such a train of momentum so far. I personally do not see him losing this set. I really think he's going to be one of those like real top players in this tournament because he's been hungry. You know, he's been hungry to compete. He's been hungry to grind, and it is starting to pay off. We'll just see if he has what it takes to do it right here. You know, this is the most prestigious event of the year.
What color
so far,
controller?
for sure.
What color controller would you say Mystery Bot has? Is that beige?
It looks like tan, doesn't it?
Is it beige?
It looks like a tan controller.
Is it cream?
Cream tan, like coffee cream.
Yeah, but I think it's still more of a beige.
If that was a chocolate flavor, what would it be? Coffee, right?
I mean, probably coffee.
Coffee cream. Why are we talking about this?
Because I'm actually really hungry.
Me too. Well, you've made it worse now.
I know. Oh, it's gold, look.
Oh, it's a gold
golden pad.
It's a gold pad with a tan back. That's
Indeed.
what it is. The mystery is solved.
Now the important stuff is out of the way, of course. Now, Gur, I'm assuming it's going to be Atom again. I can't imagine we'll really see him play anyone else moving forward, especially today, right, where he's been doing so well as he has with Atom. Can't really imagine he'll have any reason to really go away from it now.
So, I think we haven't really seen much from Mystery Bot today.
No.
So it's definitely been like, you know, as far as this pool goes, I think it's very much been the Gur show.
But he is still winner's side. You know, so if he's managed to make it to winner's qualifying side, then obviously, even if we haven't seen him, he must be having quite a good tournament so far to get to this point in the bracket. But regardless, welcome, guys, if you are just tuning in. We are now at the end of this block of pools, or at least this block itself, D block. And we are at the Injustice Pro Series 2018. This is the first event in the Pro Series for the year. And we have to see who is going to be qualifying from this pool on the winner's side. It's going to be Gur or Mystery Bot. And Gur has had quite a stellar performance so far in this tournament. I can see if he can continue it. And go into tomorrow refreshed, you know, being really, I suppose, confident now he's playing. And again, he's spinning that thing. And it's like putting me off.
This is going to be an exciting matchup. Brainiac versus Atom. You do not see this matchup every day.
No, absolutely. But, I mean, it's two very awkward characters to approach against each other. Like, how do you reckon this is going to pan out?
It's hard to say. I can't actually say I have a lot of experience in this matchup. Like, you know, least of all from a viewer's perspective. You don't see this get picked very often. I feel like Brainiac, obviously, they both have full screen tools and full screen options, but they're both very unconventional options. It's not going to be your traditional matchup.
Well, I guess we'll find out how it's played at a competitive level very soon. They're good at the intros, Rock. I like it.
Facing me is a fatal error.
Kill me and you won't find the microverse.
I have other plans for you.
Begin.
Wow.
Yep,
I have nothing else to say about the intro, really.
Wow.
Oh my god.
That was such a strong way to start for Mystery Bot. Going straight and wasting no time with the trait to try and get that first hit. And Mystery Bot straight away with that down two. Big read on how Gur is going to play that.
And it's that Brainiac, that real patented at this point. Brainiac air mobility. Going in for the drone, trying to cover his bases. Now that's the instant answer. That like fast teleport. I don't know why I was losing my words there. But the teleport switching the sides, I think that's going to be a really good answer for the drone.
Oh, and there's that wake up. Not wasting any time. Oh, wow, nice combo. Okay, Mystery Bot looking really strong now. Good setup for the drone too.
That's a really good setup because, you know, that's like a real classic setup for Brainiac because the forward 2-3 is a hard knockdown. So forward 2-3 to trait call, it's a guaranteed situation. And the back forward 3 charge, take the first round.
Yeah, Gur jumped back on anticipation of the charge, but still got hit by it. Hates that kind of thing happening to make the read and don't quite get the payout for it.
Mystery Bot is playing a very strong grounded game as well as airborne. You know, Brainiac, he doesn't have the fastest buttons, but they command a lot of range and they can go into some of his safer meter burn specials or, you know, trait. Oh, he tries to give internet dive kick to convert. I respect it. Oh my god. Goes for the delay. I think he'll take the hard knockdown of the interactable.
And he tried to fake out the 4-3, but the wake up from Gur going to connect. So much damage though. This is Brainiac. It's going to hurt.
A few of these like last minute combo drops though. It's kind of hopefully it doesn't bite him in the backside, you know, because he's leaving a lot of damage on the table here.
I do wonder if it's still possible for Gur to win though, considering the amount of life he's got left. And those charges and so much meter for Mystery Bot. He can go for as many of those as he wants. Oh, and that's not a great trade. Now, the thing is, we were talking before about how Gur's neutral is he's always doing something, right? He's always doing some kind of special. He's always doing trades. He's always doing something, right? If there's neutral space, he's doing some kind of input. Now, a lot of those, the ground pounds specifically, the blue chemical, even the red chemical for that matter, against Brainiac, is it going to do that much from full screen? Because that's a big part of the way he's been playing the neutral, and it doesn't seem to really work against Brainiac.
I think that's the interesting thing about Brainiac and Injustice 2, though, is to fight against Brainiac, you need to play his matchup so in particular. You know, sometimes you can play characters and you can play matchups in this game where you kind of just learn your character and go by the basics of the game, right? There are conventional things to approach matchups with anti-air timing and when to approach, etc., etc. Brainiac really does play by his own rules in some respects. You have to watch out for his air mobility, the fact that he can leave the ground so much later than everyone else, the control his jump in normals have over almost everyone else in the game. It's so interesting,
and
I think.
quintillions of micro worlds within.
But it was only one game, so there's still plenty of time for Gur to bring this one back. The Mystery Bot, I've got to say, looking super clean.
Not phased, you know. He's here to play, just like the rest. He's in winner's bracket. This is a winner's qualifier match.
Okay, here we go. The chemicals coming through. Looks like Gur is not deterred. He's still going for those blue chemicals. He is a believer in them in this matchup. Oh. Strange exchange, but it's actually beneficial for Mystery because Gur's back to the corner and he has lots of trait left to recharge. Dive kick, of course, forward 3 to keep corner positioning. High up, back forward 3 because he gets the height for max damage. Good read on the day wake up from Gur though. Oh no, but he misses the combo. And that roll down too. Opts just to get a drone out instead of a combo. Good last minute decision. Whip punish, there we go. Doesn't have the damage to really punish it with a full combo, but he'll take it. Oh, whip punishes the tendrils. Yeah, I actually was expecting him to fly straight into them. Nice late wake up into a grab. Mystery bot managing to get off safely. Almost 3 bars of things to work with. Down 1, staggered a lot. Oh, into instant dive kick. Yeah, that down forward 2, significantly safer on block if Brainiac meter burns it. Normally death on block if you don't. Oh my god, he went underneath the forward 3! That was just a very Atom thing to do. Just Atom things. Good block on the front. I was confident that was going behind. Oh, pressing buttons, full combo in the charge! It would be weird if he didn't know Brainiac's shit interactable combos. I mean, considering he's got off the chair in the background, like he's actually standing up now. Yeah, my man got out of his recliner. Oh. He needs to get out of the recliner and not how to combo off of his own furniture. I mean, well, you don't know how to combo off your own furniture, mate? Come on now. Oh, amateur. Who doesn't? Still, though, well played from Gur. Managing to get the life bar in return, but it was expensive. There's never any bar left. There's that low. Oh, I wonder if he was trying to go for a push block. I don't think that was intentional. But it doesn't matter, really. Like, he's still saved himself from damage. True, but it's not a huge amount of damage, and now he might really want that clap play. And look at this minefield! But he just flies straight over it. This is Brainiac. He doesn't have to go through on the ground. Oh, the walking on the ground is for simple, primitive beings. I think that was supposed to be a down 2. Where is he even going? I don't even know, mate, to be honest with you. Your guess is as good as mine. There's that whiff jumping into dive kick again. Seeing a lot of Brainiac players doing that. Oh, nice preemptive jumping. I love that option from Gur. Trying to get a combo, but no! The raw tendrils from Mystery Bot, though. Good read. It's so hard to follow what's going on. It's genuinely hard to follow where each character is at the moment. Between the teleports and the swing-in and the dive kicks. And now Mystery Bot needs to, I think, keep a lid on Gur, to be honest, more than anything else. It's looking so difficult to do consistently. Like, he cannot be contained. Absolutely, but that's going to connect. Full combo. Comes out of the trait. Now this is anyone's game. Oh, reverses it. Oh, on the ground pound. Gur back in the action. Now I think it's safe to say the crowd is definitely on Gur's side right now, because the second he won that game, we heard some considerable ruckus coming from those gentlemen in the front row. I like some relief. Yeah, he's shaking his head. He's relieved about that one. I mean, to be honest, I think I really respect the way that Mystery Bot is playing this, because he's making himself so obnoxious to just hit generally, you know, because it's what Brainiac tends to do, but Atom does that too. So it's almost like both players are having to get a taste of what this can be like. Well, it's certainly making for an exciting matchup. Oh, absolutely. I'm glad we're watching it. That patented Brainiac start, that whiff jump in. It's very hard to challenge. You know, because the jump in 1 controls so much priority, it's active for so long, and it's easily hit confirmable. And there's that standing 3. Excellent mid to control Brainiac's pressure with. Oh my god, interactable though says no. Again, there's that setup. My word! The blue gumball, the gooball, whatever you want to call it, into the stomp, but it just doesn't seem to work against Brainiac. And from corner to corner, Gur manages to literally go from coast to coast. Ouch! Challenges the plus frames though. Good block, that double overhead. What? Yeah, I definitely don't think Gur was expecting that to happen. No bar to convert into a full combo though. He's going to get a restand situation, but I don't think Mystery Bot's too, unfortunately, upset about that. Forward 3 connects. Oh, I think he might have tried to interactable, maybe. Yeah, I think he was just a bit too out of range though. And there's that cloud. Nice. Mystery Bot just tried to swing through. I mean, he definitely wanted to get over that cloud there, considering it would have killed him if he just went anywhere near it. Oh my god! Wow, yeah, he actually getting hit by the drone actually saved him there. Mystery Bot wastes a bar in the process. Getting hit by the drone really threw off the axis of that dive kick. Nice block. Yep, stuck blocking. I love actually that slow projectile and teleport, full combo, forward 3. And of course there's the clash. Yeah, it's good clash super early here. Doesn't want to waste any time. Just get himself out of that situation completely. Has 2 bars. Is he going to spend? He's really good. Doesn't spend anything, right? Yeah, Mystery Bot going to spend the 1. Holds on to 1 for safekeeping. Full combo on that dive kick drone. I love the awareness of these high-level Brainiacs, right? Because we saw Brainiac a little bit last year at Combo Breaker. And obviously, Brainiac, people were a little bit green with the character.
Now, a year later, this is some absolutely night and day gameplay.
Big punish. Again, really showing that it's quite useful to have that down one, that full combos into something, considering it's now going to be that easier punish for that meter burn dive kick.
Oh, Mystery Bot needs to stay as far away as possible from all that green stuff.
I've never seen such weird science.
An insult spawned by a simple
He just called his science weird and then insulted him.
That's like really rude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Are you going to go to someone's ship, make them get out of their recliner, and then insult them?
I know, like what a jerk.
Now, do you reckon Mystery Bot can make this comeback?
I think so.
Oh, maybe.
Full
There's no
combo.
flash.
Oh my goodness! He just straight up got deleted right there.
That was the shredder right there, and unfortunately Atom was right in the center of all of it.
Doesn't look very happy with that. You know, hopefully it doesn't phase him too much. You know, some of these losses, they can affect you quite long term in tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was just a surprising amount of damage right there. It's easy to forget because it's so rare that you see Brainiacs end in the tendrils that you always forget how much damage he does when he ends on them. Least of all the meter burn version. But wonderful awareness, Mr. White makes it. Did he just build enough bar to do that, like, then and there? Or did he have it reserved?
Well, you have to meter burn the tendrils really late. So
Yeah.
it's definitely possible that he'd built enough meter and then could see that you had it and then could pop it on reaction. Because you have so much time
By
to meter burn it.
facing me, you choose death.
Maybe.
Kill me.
But this
and you
is
won't
literally
find
one
my
game away now
progress.
as Mystery Bot sending Goethe to lose his bracket.
The knowledge
He is
from
against the crowd right now. He's playing Brainiac. He's against the Atom player. He's looking good. He's looking clean.
Showing a great display of composure too. Oh my!
I definitely thought he was going to land on
Yeah,
that.
me too, me too. The zoning from Gur. And it really is kind of forcing Mystery Bot into the air. I think that's the dangerous thing, is that if you opt to stay on the ground, Gur has the advantage. If you're having to go airborne, Mystery Bot has the advantage.
Mystery Bot is actually being relatively careful here, it seems, which is a bit odd. Because he's definitely taking these games by being very unpredictable, by being very aggressive, and now he's one game
Oh,
away.
love that.
He's starting to show Gur a lot more respect. And now he manages to get the opening dive kick.
The second Gur realizes he's in a position to eat one of those drones, he's teleporting 100% of the time. There's that forward 3, full combo once again, and now he's going to get the corner positioning. Here's the setup.
Oh, the
my
little man!
God. That was so funky.
That was super weird.
Oh, meter
my
burn for
goodness.
the cash out, and oh, he manages to evade.
And he gets out of the corner too. That's huge.
Big deal.
Now he does give Brainiac the interactable. Do you reckon he goes for it? Oh, he holds the drone.
That drone will be gone now. He took damage. Oh no, never mind. Oh yeah, of course, it's on hit and on block. It was changed. Of course. Excuse me.
Nice patience from Mystery Bot. That's going to put him on match point as that grab. He is down on health. He is down on meter, but he is up in game, so he does have that big mental advantage right now.
The main thing Bot's going to lose without bar is safety. You know, you do not have the safety on some of those buttons, but he's going to really try and pressure him in, taking some of that damage, adding up significantly to be
He
fair.
actually took quite a lot of damage from that
It's because
cloud.
back 1-2 is so slow.
Yeah, absolutely. Down one with the patience again. Dive kick.
Yeah,
Like how Gur he's wasting no time. He's not messing around trying to punish meatless dive kicks when he knows the Mystery Bot has the bar, and he is. I mean, willing to do so much
Oh my
damage.
god, he teleported into the drone! That might spell bad news for Gur.
He still has enough health, but one big opening, and that's going to be a problem. But there we go, delayed grab. And Mystery Bot knows that Gur's going to be looking to desperately block for his life. There we go. Tries to punish, but doesn't get it.
Oh my god, he expects the jump! That was such a good read from Mystery Bot!
Yeah, that was amazing. He knew that Gur was going to jump over him for the charge, and he woke up with tendrils instead. Mystery Bot is just playing on that next level stuff right now.
Just that next level intellect, isn't it?
Oh, dearie me.
Typical Brainiac players.
Oh, there's the clash, though. Oh, good stuff. The explosion. The down 2 whiff. Mystery Bot wasn't ready for that one. That's going to be a full combo with the trade.
He confirmed off that jump in, we might see a game over here. Oh my god, what was that?
There it is. Oh, wow. No, even though Mystery Bot's going to win the clash, he has at least managed to get out of the corner as Gur. This is still anyone's game. It's really hard to call this one.
Gur out of trait. That's what I'm worried about. He has no more character power. Has to block correctly here. Block the 1-1. Here we go. Oh, the read!
That's it. That's it. That's it. Gur. There we go. He's managed to tie it up. 2 games apiece now. Mystery Bot is a mere 400 life away from advancing the Spawn winner's side, and now he has to play another game.
This is a fitting end, I think, for our final game of this block. Very excited to see how this turns out.
It's a
But, I mean,
good one.
they're both playing so well. It's such a great set.
And it's such a unique matchup. We just don't get to see this very often at all. This is a treat right now.
Now, just making sure his pad's reconnected. It is a tan and gold pad, isn't it?
It's really cool.
Nice.
Now, what do you do here? Because that was a super close match. I think Mystery Bot is doing the right thing by kind of like I said before, right? He's on that next level stuff. You know, those big boy reads, and it's like you think they're going to jump over, so you wake up with something that isn't a wake-up attack. You know, you go for these big, brave plays because against someone like Gur, with such an unconventional character, you're really going to send a message. And when you know you have one game left to go, like they're basically playing a best of one right now. The guy that wins this, makes it out winner's side, losers, is still important. They still have to play their way out. You know, this is a situation no one wants to be on the losing end of.
There is some action going on off stream. Definitely sounds like it. These off-stream matches. I mean, we just can't fit them all on stream, but my God, these guys are playing. And here we go into this final game, best of 5. Adaptations being made left, right, and center, but it's all coming down to this final game, right? Mystery Bot and Gur. Here we go.
City as well, everyone's favorite stage. Yeah, coming out of the trait early, I think, just keeping himself safe. Or trying to punish with the down one, but just not in time. I can imagine this could be quite frustrating for Gur. He's consistently trying to punish dive kicks, and to be honest, his ratio of punishing them to the down one being blocked is not great, so you know he's going to be worried about that. He tried to convert off the back forward 3, but he can't quite manage it. Confirms that into EX. Damage the conversion. Oh my God. Oh my God, and he's going to get knocked down. That was really clean. Mystery Bot showing that knowledge right now. This high-level Brainiac.
Yeah, this is some high-level Brainiac. You can say that again.
That's a big miss. And he loses 2 bars. That is a disastrous situation for Gur to be in. Not only miss the punish, get hit for his troubles, and lose 2 bars on an air tech.
And he didn't even try and punish that down forward 2. That down forward 2 is death on block by Brainiac, and if you don't meter burn it, you're dead. Oh, no.
There's the tusk. Okay, now Gur is in a good situation to do some chipping down here. Oh, goodbye, Chemical.
Now, it's going to be match point for Mystery Bot. Gur, he has got a nice amount of space. The danger is Mystery Bot just needs one good dive kick, and he's going to be in a fantastic situation.
Now Gur's gone into the trait. The push block keeps him out, but he's still in the cloud. Now, he did just take about 30 damage from that, so not the worst.
Meter burn just to stay safe, and he's going to get another push, and if it was blocked, he could have confirmed it to block once again. The teleport to drone, that was not the first time we've seen that. Tries to punish, but too slow.
Oh no, he tried to combo with the sweep.
Oh no.
There we go. Yeah, there's a clash, has no choice, Gur. He's going to win this probably, unless he wants to go for 1, and Mystery Bot calls him out.
Oh, I feel like he needs to spend 2. He can't risk not having health back.
Yeah, for sure. Especially Mystery Bot still on a low amount of health bar 1, when you know that's a very risky Brainiac that he can afford to be.
Yeah, and he was able to save the bar to be more safe. Oh, he's out of there, but this is not over. The jump 3 whiffs, no cross up. Goes in for the jump 1. He's able to dodge temporarily.
Oh, he must have tried to go for the background, but he wasn't close enough. And that's actually going to trade. Gur takes the life bar, but takes a little health in the process.
This is close games right now. Match point, both players. Gur definitely on the back foot. Punishes it. Full combo.
There we go. Has to clash early. Mystery Bot is going to save himself from some damage, but has no clash left for the entirety of this game. This is it.
But Gur has the definition of no resources. He's got no trait, and he's got no bar. Left to his own devices. Let's go, little man.
He's almost got 1. He's almost got 1. There's no interactables either. It's already gone. There's the teleport. Mystery Bot. Oh, wake up jump. He might pay for that one.
He must have just expected it. The back 3 is going to be good, and the repositioning into the corner. One more hit. Mystery Bot's going to do it.
There's the wake up.
Oh my God.
Lord. Go straight through. Meet to burn on the forward 3 for more damage. Set up Chemical. The green one, and the wake up attack from Mystery Bot is going to connect. And Gur is going to be sent to the loser's bracket at the end of a intense back and forth, which Mystery Bot is going to be the winner of.
That wake up attack made me jump out of my seat so hard my headphones actually flew off my head. So, yeah, how about that?
Damn. What a game. What a game to end these blocks on. What a game. I mean, overall, this is the exact level of play that I was hoping we would see, considering the I suppose, the volume and the importance that this event has for this community this year.
Gur's going to be disappointed with that because at the end of the day, it was anyone's game at that point, and everyone wants that safety net of making out on winners. This being the first IPS Premier event of the year, if you get winner's side, you're going to get more points. You have a better shot of points, and points are going to be what matters when it comes to qualifying for the IPS finals later this year. So he's going to be playing in losers, and no doubt follow him on social media. I'm sure he'll be posting about what his results are. I think he'll make it out of losers, personally.
I'll be very surprised to see him not make it out, to be honest, considering.
But that does mean we have the end of this Injustice block. But that is not the end of NetherRealm today. If you sit tight a little bit, we have the Mortal Kombat X top 24 to decide who makes top 8 up in a few minutes. So while we set up that new game and all the action taking place, we're going to go for a very quick break. Thank you for joining us. It's nice to be back, and we missed you guys. Don't go anywhere because Mortal Kombat X will be up next.